What is up? Happy? Oh my God, it's Monday. It's Monday. I'm so happy it's Monday.
I practiced all weekend long for today.
You didn't even come in because you were so excited.
I know. I decided that practice made perfect, and I didn't want to screw practice up.
You know who else made it to Monday? Bel K.
Brother Bilal K is back.
He is. He made it to Monday. He's like, man, I was so excited. I'm never taking a vacation again. I'm only going to ever work every day, always, because he loves working. That's what he told me, because I can't get away from work. I love working. Man.
Absolutely.
How was your weekend, brother?
My weekend was good. We just hung out, watched a great movie with Ryan Gosling.
Which one?
Now I can't remember the name of it.
Is it the space one?
Yeah, he went into space because the sun was dying, and he needed to get some sort of element and get it back to Earth so that Earth could be saved.
Hail Mary?
Hail Mary.
Yes, Hail Mary.
Yes.
And it was really good.
And he makes a little friend, an alien friend.
Yeah, makes a little rock friend.
Because his world's also struggling.
Right.
So everybody's partying, man. All right.
Yeah.
I watched, nope, there wasn't any World Cups. That sucked. That was it. Pretty much it. I watched golf and played some pickleball and did some shopping. Super excited about the fact that there's no lettuce at Walmart. I went over to get some other ones, and this guy looks at me and he kind of shakes his head. Nah. I said, all right, I'm going to wait a while.
Boys, I'm worried, man, because I forgot. And so Friday night, we went out to dinner to celebrate my daughter's wedding. And I had lettuce on my hamburger.
Uh-oh.
And now I've got to wait 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
To see if I have explosive diarrhea.
It's a different kind of ED. One of them.
EBM.
Oh, my God, dude. That is 2 weeks. Yeah, that is...
I should have been... I knew why I didn't say hold the lettuce. That's all I had to do.
I went on Friday. I go, okay, well, I got to go get some groceries and stuff, but I just, you know what, I only need a couple things. I'm going to run over to the Dollar General thing over here, and probably I'm going to grab that. And then I go, you know what, I'm not going to cook anything because I'm lazy and I'm tired. I said, I'm going to go into Five Guys and never eat there. I went in, and I said, they're like, what would you like on it? And I said, hold the lettuce. And they go, you're about the 50th person today to say, hold the lettuce.
What'd you think of the food?
Man.
I love Five Guys. It was good.
I thought you said you had
I haven't had Five Guys. I think I've had Five Guys twice. This will be the third.
It's expensive as hell, but it is really worth the money.
And I got a milkshake, but I did hold the lettuce.
Well, see, I kind of go back and forth with my wife about this. Isn't a hamburger just a hamburger? I mean, what's the difference between a Five Guys and, let's say In-N-Out?
Probably the way they cook them. You know, do they put seasoning in? Things,
seasoning stuff.
Yeah,
like
stuff
that.
like that. But
how much grease do you squeeze out? Because you got to have the grease in there.
Yeah. Five Guys has lots of grease. That is good. It was so good, and they have the Cajun fries.
Yeah, you want to have the grease because you want the cheese that's melted to be real creamy and runny.
Oh, it was. You know, remind me of the ultimate cheeseburger. The way I made mine, because I don't trust any vegetables right now. So I'm going to go as 5 years old. I got mayonnaise and ketchup.
Yes, sir.
And that's it.
The only thing you're supposed to put on a burger.
By the way, this weekend, are you guys ready for this? In Ireland, they have Gaelic football. That's where it's like a soccer game, but a rugby game, and a bit of basketball. They got a soccer net, but a rugby field goal thing. The team that won the championship for the first time in 75 years, Mayo. The mayonnaise finally got some. By the way, there was all mayonnaise on the field too. There was not a lot of diversity, is what I'm saying. But it was the first time I saw it. I said Mayo. I said we got to get jerseys to say County Mayo.
Absolutely.
Oh, but yeah, I'm staying away from the veggies for a few days, just for a while, because I like a good salad, right? Like I like to get a good salad, like a barbecue salad, chicken salad, stuff like that. But I'm just. You know what? I'm not ready to pull the trigger just yet.
Dude, I saw an interview with a woman who actually had this parasite. She started getting the symptoms a month ago, and she's still recovering. And she said it's some of the greatest pain she's ever felt.
Yeah.
I do not want this.
No. I could see. Yeah, I've seen a couple people talk about, but it's the length because they say it could. It takes up to 2 weeks to get it, and then you think, okay, how long is this thing going to last? And then you're hearing stories of people who've had it for on and off. They had it really bad for a couple weeks, but the symptoms are still around.
Yes.
No, thank you. No, and it's spreading. They don't think they've gotten to the bottom of it.
Yeah, they've added 4 more states now, Illinois, Pennsylvania, and Oklahoma. I can't remember the other state that they added to it. But yeah, man, and so like right now the only lettuce that has been recalled in the store is a Walmart brand lettuce.
Yeah.
It's no longer being sold. Then you got Taylor Farms, which gives lettuce out to restaurants, hospitals, and schools. They voluntarily recalled their lettuce that they were sourcing from Central Mexico. But I don't think they know yet where this second outbreak is coming from.
No, and that's the scary part because they think it's all just from Taylor Farms, but they're not sure. Well, if you're not sure, then I'm not sure.
Right.
At this point.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to get lettuce and have to do cook it. You've given me too many instructions. I want to be able to wash it, chop it up, put my food in there, and then eat it. There's too many instructions. And
Right.
Bell, you get those little, I err on the side of caution, and when in doubt, I throw it out.
Yeah, I have not bought one of those since this all started.
No.
Those little pre-made salads.
Yeah, which are already a little hit and miss at times, I feel, but still.
Yeah.
Depending on how old they are and, whether or not, the lettuce is getting wilted and stuff like that.
There was a whole wall of.
And can you trust it when it says on the package, no need to wash, it's pre-washed?
No, not
Can you
anymore.
trust that?
No, don't trust that. And it was funny because I'm walking and the Taylor Farms where they normally have all their bags, those pre-cut bags, nothing on the wall. Just no. There was like one other company with one bag in the center. And you're like, that's it. And even at that point in time, because I don't know where all of it comes from, right? When they're down at a place like Mexico or anywhere else, they may be servicing several different companies. And I'm at this point, you know what? Once the guy shook his head, nah. And I said, you know what? You're right. Nah. And I mean that.
Exactly.
So I'm out. Urgh. And we're still at war. God. Well, not really, though. Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. I'm seeing that there's like a little break in the action or
Yeah,
something.
we may have run out of some of this. We're getting a little low on the weapons.
Hold on, guys. We got to make more missiles to kill you with.
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, if you guys could just be patient. And they're saying, no, we're not giving up the Straits of Hormuz. And luckily, Bibi's here today, so I'm sure he'll figure out a way for us to open up another front. Attack somebody else. Have you thought about attacking Turkey? Because remember, he's already done that. So where he's like, oh, Turkey could be next. We're like, no more. This is it. Let's just do this, be done with it, and figure out what the hell we're doing. Because yesterday I paid $3.84 for gas. I don't like that.
84.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I paid for whenever I filled up on Friday morning. I want to say it was around what I paid last week, $3.66.
I filled up Saturday and I got a full tank for $3.34.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I
nice.
checked Gas Buddy before I left, and there was a gas station on the way to what I was going to do, and it was the lowest I could find. So, well, that's kismet.
Way to go, Brother Bilal.
That was nice. It was nice. I like that. I did
It's
not.
still like 40-something for a tank, though. It was ridiculous.
It is. And it'll be up for a little while. Then it'll come down because we've got a couple days of this stuff starting to come down because for whatever reason, people react in a way it's like, oh, they're not getting a deal done. They're not even close. It's a timeout. And they're having diplomacy. We're actually strategically allowing certain things to drop in certain areas because we know they could damage some buildings, but we've moved everything that we need to move as far as humans. And so we're strategically allowing certain things to go because we don't want to use up what we have. And that's not good. So now what? Are we going to build more stuff? How about, where are those magic drones? Why aren't we on the magic drone line doing stuff? Good God. I don't want to pay $3.84 for gas. I'm not happy about that.
No, sir.
So Yeah, Taylor Farms makes big bag salads for a lot of different grocery stores. Yes, they do. Whew. No, thank you.
Best look out for that, man.
Yeah, I was, you know what? When in doubt, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Just for now. Just for now. I'm like, you know what? Now would be a good time to go on a fast because this thing will make you fast if you otherwise.
It'll make you run to the bathroom really fast.
It will. I don't want any part of that. No, thank you. And the thing is too, you don't know how long you're going to have it.
That's
So
the thing.
it's not like when you get the norovirus, it's at most 48 to 72 hours. When you get this, you could have it for a month.
Right.
That's not the same.
That's what was scary about watching that lady, man. I mean, she started having those symptoms a month ago, said she was feeling better, but she was still extremely weak. And just like whenever she would eat something, like she's afraid to eat now.
Yes.
Because she's afraid it's going to come back. She said it was so painful.
Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Let's pass on that.
Yes, sir.
Let's pass on that for sure. Yes, I saw that the CEO of Cracker Barrel is out.
Yep, she's out.
She's gone. It did not go the way she wanted it to go. Let's just
But
put it
not
that
the
way.
one at NES, Nashville Electric.
No. Are you kidding me? She's doing a great job, man. Hey, Nashville strong, everybody. Nashville strong. Bunch of stuff to get to today. We'll talk a little bit about Iran. Obviously, we had a Mitch McConnell sighting something. I don't know if they just posed him. I feel like they just posed him for a picture. I don't think he actually moves.
I was trying to wear a mask and everything.
Yeah, I feel like they just get him and they kind of like, he's a wax, and they just kind of get him prepared, and then they snap a picture and his wife. And everything is so staged, right? Like it's so, like the picture of him and his wife, it's staged.
Oh, yes.
And you're like, really? There's nothing about, it's all staged. It doesn't look good.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
it's like the person taking the picture says, say cheese.
Yeah.
Or they're counting it down. 3, 2, 1.
Yes. Yeah. And then he falls over. Look, guys, you got 10 seconds with him up, and then he's got to go down or he's done for. So, who knows? I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him because he has said today that, or they, whoever he is running his thing, said he's going to miss some stuff in Kentucky for a while. You think? Yeah, I think so. And then, politics. That was a nice weekend with no politics. I didn't even look until yesterday. I'm like, are we still at war? Oh, a kerfuffle. Although since Bell's been gone, the kerfuffle became kind of a war.
No, it's still a kerfuffle.
Well, it's back to kerfuffle.
Congress hasn't declared war, and you don't need to declare anything to have a kerfuffle.
Well, yeah, because remember, they stop every 59 days, and then
Right.
like a week later, they start back up. And they're like, so there was a timeline. It's like, okay. That's what they do in Major League Baseball. They bring their rookie stud up. They wait till June 1st to promote him because then they can hold on. It's like he doesn't get a year of service, so they can keep him under contract longer. That's kind of what we're doing here. They wait till a certain time, then they stop, then they start up again. Because that way they don't have to worry about whether or not this is going to be a war and they have to vote on anything because we would want that. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit about the weather. Tell you what, wow, last night, the shaking of my house with the lightning and the thunder. The thunder was crazy. Talk a bit about that, what we got to look forward to this week as well. A bunch of other stuff. Hope you guys are well. Happy Monday, baby! It's Monday. Chad Bitsdale, Super Talk 99.7.
Subscribe to Super Talk TV.
Incogni right now. It's awesome. INCONGI. Incogni. Go there. They're going to help you protect your data. Your data is so important. You want to have your data. You want to keep your data. That stuff, those data brokers get them. Hundreds of them. Hundreds upon hundreds of data brokers get them. And you know what they do? Sell them. Sell them to anybody who wants them. And your data, your doctor, right? Your medications you take, your address of work, home address, everything you can think of, income, the whole 9 yards, who you voted for, and they'll sell it to anybody. And you don't want that out there. No. You want to control it. Incogni does that. They know the rules. The rules are, hey, you've got to take somebody off if they request it. Most of us can't. It just takes too much time to do it. So what does Incogni do? It goes and it does it for you fast. Save 60% right now. Control your own data. Get your life back so you can stop those spam calls, those phishing emails, all of that stuff. It's good to control your data. It's great to control your data. Incogni is going to help you with it. They can't find you. They can't scam you. INCONGI.com/Benson. Save 60% right there. Incogni.com/Benson. Incogni.com/Benson.
Dangerous heat settling into Middle Tennessee. The Red Cross has declared a national blood crisis and is urgently calling for donors. Health officials also tracking a growing lettuce-linked illness outbreak, sickened thousands nationwide. Yes, we're talking about that explosive diarrhea. That's coming up at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Explosive. Got an explosive story for you next.
EBM.
Nightmare. I wonder how far this thing's going to get.
I don't know, man.
See, my fear is, because even yesterday I did stop by Taco Bell because I get a bean and cheese burrito. So it's not like there's anything on it. You know, it's like anything that normally wouldn't cause you extra diarrhea, if you will. So I asked them and they said, oh, do you want onions? I said, nah, you know what? I'm staying away from that stuff. Good call. Good call. This week it was busy. The week before, and nobody was in line but me. I took that chance. I wrote that in there. All right, guys. I think it is time. Ken, are you prepared for it? Are you ready for what might be coming this week?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Now it's time for the Swamp Ass News Report with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver.
Yeah, let's see where we're at, boys, because I tell you what, after these showers and thunderstorms this morning, it looks like the sun has made a comeback, and we're talking about highs in the upper 90s. That's the real temperature in the upper 90s. And then the feels like, which Brother Murphy loves to hear about so much, that's going to get up around 110 in some places in Middle Tennessee. Looks like that's going to run through tomorrow. Then the second half of this week, I don't know, we might turn out pretty decent the second half of this week. After tomorrow, the high on Wednesday only about 90.
Yeah.
Thursday 90, Friday 92. Got a chance for showers and thunderstorms, a low chance, 10 to 30% on those days, before that ramps up to about 50 to 60% on Saturday and Sunday. So it looks like if we can get past today and tomorrow, just put your swamp ass underwear on to prevent that. You've got a mask, that should help.
Yeah.
Just get through today and tomorrow, and looks like we may be swamp ass free the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's going to be, I will say, I'm sitting around, I did some work last night, and I'm just laying there. I'm like, oh, now I can't sleep. And all of a sudden, I was like, what's that? The flashing going on. I'm like, is there police outside? Then all of a sudden, and I thought, first of all, wow, God is bowling. And because it was ridiculously loud.
Yeah,
and
I heard a
it
couple
felt like
rumors last night too.
Yeah, it was for a minute. Even my cat, like, who doesn't notice anything if it's not food or meat, where he can annoy me. He kind of came over. He's like, "What the hell was that?" That was new. I mean, it was loud, and I thought, "Oh." But I didn't. We didn't have a ton of rain. We just had the noises.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice outside right now. It's not quite.
We got some heavy rain here.
Did you?
Yeah. Looks like Murfreesboro got some pretty heavy rain.
That's what it does over there. That's what it does. For us, we asked for it not to be here. We just said, hey, is there any way? We pay a lot of money to live in this building. Is there any way you can make sure that the rain doesn't come to us? But I thought, because I opened up the door and I thought, well, cool, it'll be neat to watch the lightning, and nothing, no rain, just the lightning and the noise. And I thought,
I'm glad Wells' car didn't get covered up by another power line, because he was able to make it in today.
He's got enough car issues.
Yeah.
His tire's falling apart, Ken.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's all happening with Bell. His life is falling apart.
Son of a biscuit eater.
That's why we love him. We got to give him a new tire. We're going to get him just one big, huge tire, bigger than the rest of the three tires. I want Bell to be kind of sitting sideways as he rolls in.
With the speaker thumping.
Speaker thump. We'll get you on. We're going to get you on some bags so you can bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
The speaker thumping SOS by ABBA.
Oh, yeah. That'd be good. Because that's how you roll, baby.
Well, and that's the best ABBA song ever.
Is it? What's your
I
favorite
think.
song?
Oh, that's like asking me which of you I like more.
Yeah, but you got to, if you had to pick a song, you can only have one song.
Can't do it.
How about album?
Probably The Visitors, which was the last one that they did in the early 80s before they broke up.
Oh, The Visitors. Is that a little bit more rock feel to it?
No, it's really dark.
Oh, it's dark. There you go.
Interesting.
I didn't know ABBA could go dark.
I was going to say a dark
Oh,
ABBA album.
Went real dark. The title song is about the Soviet Union. It's not the Stasi. What was their secret police? The KGB.
KGB.
It's about the KGB coming and knocking on your door, and you vanish.
No.
Goodness.
Wow, I didn't know ABBA did that. I know they had that in them. Ken, did you?
I know one thing. If I get that album, I'm not running it backward.
No, probably lots of Satan. Totally. Hey, speaking of albums and music and movies, there's a new documentary coming out called If These Walls Could Talk, about the hotel.
If These Walls Could Rock.
If the hotel, have you seen it?
I've seen the trailer that has
Billy Bob.
Sharon.
Yeah,
Sharon Osbourne.
it's got Billy Bob. It's got every rock star you could ever imagine, and they all stay at the same hotel and they party at the same hotel in Los Angeles. And it is everybody. It's got Morrissey in it, for God's sake.
Sharon was talking about how people leave you alone.
Yeah.
You can be, you could have Ozzy on one side of the fence and Axl Rose in another bungalow, and nobody is bothering either of them.
No, and the partying was big too. The partying was just crazy, but it's funny because it's got Morrissey, and it's got every rock star you could think of has a story about this place in L.A. In fact, they got to the point where it was so bad that the cops showed up, Ken, and the LAPD showed up, and they were going to sue them for $1 billion.
Wow.
Because of how chaotic it was there. And Billy Bob's there almost every night, apparently.
I'm going to have to watch that.
Yeah, I think you'll like that. I was not impressed with He-Man, says Nick. I saw He-Man this weekend. I liked it. It was fun.
You going to go out and get some more of those action figures?
No, I am not. But you know what, though? It's a niche cartoon and a niche, it had a very narrow, like early 80s kind of run. And then
Right.
there was nothing, outside of that. But it was fun, and it was free because I have Amazon. So, that's another thing that's a win.
Yes, sir.
If it's free, I'll take it. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit about Iran as well as governor's race. Get your voting's been brisk. We'll see. Of course, we had Monty here on Friday. He was a good time, had by all. Bunch of other good stuff on the way. Reach out to us across all of our social media. Make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate it when you guys do that. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. However, I can't tell you expect a typical late July weather pattern across Middle Tennessee, at least today and tomorrow before we get a little bit of relief. The American Red Cross is making an urgent appeal for blood donors after declaring a national blood crisis. Donations have fallen sharply this summer while hospitals are trying to rely on life-saving transfusions for trauma patients, cancer treatments, and surgeries. The organization says weather-related challenges and seasonal illnesses have kept many donors away, I should say. A lot of that probably due to the heat. Cases of the foodborne illness cyclosporiasis continue to rise across the country. The CDC says contaminated shredded iceberg lettuce sourced by Taylor Farms has now been linked to outbreaks in 9 states, including 4 newly identified states. Nearly 2,000 illnesses were reported among customers who ate affected products at Taco Bell before the chain removed them from menus. Health officials say nearly 12,000 total potential infections have been detected nationwide. Now, the only recalled store product so far is Walmart market-side iceberg lettuce, which is no longer being sold. Consumers concerned about exposure. Experts say you may want to opt for cooked vegetables or ask restaurants about the source of their lettuce. Speaking of restaurants, Cracker Barrel says CEO Julie Masino stepping down after nearly 3 years leading the restaurant chain. She'll be replaced August 10th by former Bloomin' Brands CEO David Dino. Masino drew national attention last year after overseeing a logo redesign that sparked customer backlash and was eventually reversed. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Hot and humid today. Our feels-like temperatures will range between 105 to 110 degrees this afternoon. Be sure to limit time outdoors and stay hydrated. A pop-up shower is possible, but will stay mainly dry both today and tomorrow. Low temperatures 70. Catch a weather update on the free WSMV4 weather app.
All right, guys. Our friends over at Busy Bee. You know how they love to give. They're amazing. They got some great stuff going on right now. And this includes them helping people. And they would love for you to get involved. Right now, they're doing a big drive to get kids' school supplies. Kids get ready to go back to school. There's a lot of teachers out there that are struggling financially, a lot of parents out there struggling to make sure they have just the basics, right? The pens, the pencils, the backpacks, the things that are needed for school. So what's going on this week, and here's the deal. You got to swing by Busy Bee, plumbing, heating, and cooling, right? And air conditioning. So you go there, boom, you cruise on in. It's 40 Burden Hills drop. You drop it off. You're going to get a $50 coupon for any service through them, which is awesome. So whether you got plumbing issues, you got HVAC issues, they're going to help you take care of it now. This weekend, August 1st and 2nd, and Saturday and Sunday, both days, 10 a.m. to noon, Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce. They're going to be there with the bee buggy to collect all the items. So if you have a chance and you can't make it there, drop it off. They're amazing. They do incredible things. Their work speaks for themselves, how awesome they are. And if you have a chance to give, this weekend be awesome. Feel free to do it. Give them a call as well if you'd like to know more. 615-775-7833 or online at busybeehvac.com today. So your tax, Chad, what's the name of the rock movie? If These Walls Could Rock. What's the name of that doc?
Clever.
Yeah.
That's a clever title.
Yeah.
That's the hotel where John Belushi died, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Chad, I have to ask you, though, did you wear your fluffy, bright-colored Speedo while attending the He-Man movie? Well, first of all, the movie is on Amazon Prime. So,
He was sitting in his living room, probably wearing the Speedo.
no, full outfit. Full outfit. So, although I will say, a little Dolph Lundgren sighting in it.
Oh,
Was he in
really?
it?
Yeah, he's in it.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah. You should watch it.
No.
Why?
I think He-Man is probably one of the dumbest action figures ever created.
Wait, it's such a small. There wasn't a massive, it wasn't Batman, which, I always joke about how I think Batman's stupid because he is. But, man, you got to look at Bell's. Guys, if looks could kill, Bell's face right now, just like,
That's not true. I just don't feel good.
I just don't feel good. It's always something with you, dude.
It's amazing to me that you can't understand a billionaire being the greatest detective in the world, but you're okay with Superman flying around the place.
I think Superman has powers.
No, he's not real. Just like Batman.
But the thing is, of the two of them, he's got powers.
Right.
Wait,
Batman
stop
has
the
money.
speeding train.
Yeah, he could turn back time. Right?
No.
He goes a share on us. He's like, if we could turn back time. He's like, I can. What does Batman have? Nothing. He's got a lot of money.
Billions of dollars that he can use to arm himself with.
And he might be growing crypto.
Yeah, He-Man. Somebody said He-Man's worth it. It's fun. It's fun. Don't expect if you're expecting a movie, The Odyssey, it's not going to happen. Like Spider-Man comes out this weekend. By the way, this is tracking to be the best movie year since pre-pandemic. Back to pre-pandemic levels. And now, I mean, I want to see The Odyssey, but now I only want to see it now in the 70
Yeah,
minutes.
he's really built up expectations on this movie to where it's like, well, if I'm going to see it, I need to see it how it was shot. And there's only 41 of those theaters in the world.
We have one of them.
And where is it?
I don't know. It's in Nashville somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Is it?
Yeah, we have
It's
one.
in Davidson County.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between IMAX and IMAX shot on 70 millimeters.
Yeah, 70 millimeters. This thing was
And this-
meant for that.
Yeah, that's
He,
what
he shot it in 70
and
millimeters.
it's the first time they've shot any movie in that format completely through from start to finish.
And Ken, I was telling Bell before the show, it's sold out through September everywhere. The Odyssey.
Then Dune comes out.
Then
That's
Dune
what they
comes
clear
out.
the theaters.
Yeah, and Dune comes out the same weekend that the Doomsday thing.
No, they bumped Doomsday by a week.
Yeah, but it still doesn't matter because the thing is, Dune's got all of the IMAX, so they can,
yeah.
the Avengers came up with like Infinity Vision or something like that, which is just fake. It's
You're not seeing Doomsday in IMAX for at least 6 weeks.
yeah. So
I know
Regal
one thing,
Opry.
I'm not going to be watching that new Marvel movie in theaters. It's too freaking long. 3 hours and 45 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
it is.
That's a bit much.
No way.
That's it. 3
That's like
hours
2
and
movies.
45. And what if your cyclosporiasis kicks in about halfway through it?
Oh, somebody who's gone to see the Odyssey has had an Odyssey themselves.
2 hours and 45 minutes.
2 hours and 45 minutes. Still long.
Oh, I thought it was 3 hours and 45 minutes.
No, that's the director's cut.
Oh,
I'm sure it was because the director has to have all kinds of extra stuff in it.
okay.
Hey, you know what I started watching last night? Which I know you will enjoy, Ken?
What's
Ride
that?
or Die.
Ride or oh yeah, I want to see that.
That I saw the first episode. I'm like, it's fun.
That's Tom Hardy.
No. This is the one with the English girl, the English woman who plays in Ted Lasso, the blonde who owns
Oh,
the team.
I thought that was Tom Hardy.
No,
in that.
it's her, and she's an assassin, and her best friend has no idea. Oh, it's
that might
great.
be-
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Actually, this is kind of an interesting cast here. Octavia Spencer,
Yeah, she's awesome.
Ed Screen.
Yeah, he's great.
And Bill Nighy.
Yeah, Bill Nighy. Do you know him?
Where do I know him from?
Pretty much every movie ever. He's always the bad. He's always the king vampire in every underworld movie, and he was also the rock star in that British Christmas movie. What was the British Christmas? You know, but he's it's great. It's just full cast, a lot of fun, and it's got action in it and stuff. So I think you'll enjoy it. I'd like to see.
Have checked that out.
I do want to see now. I do want to see the Odyssey. Because everybody was like, "Oh, it's going to be so woke." It's not woke. It's not. Well, they got first of all, it's ridiculous. Whatever. It's not woke. Secondly, you know what? Hollywood makes up these stupid things, and people want to win awards. They got to do stupid things for an award,
That's
right?
that's right.
You know, it's like it's so stupid. It's like, all right, you need to have 7, dwarfs in it. Not, but we can't anymore because that little guy didn't want anybody else but him in all the movies.
Little fella.
That little fella. So, they have to put dumb things. But I heard it's just amazing. But this weekend, I was telling Belle, think about this. Number 1 movie in the world right now, Odyssey, starring, it's got Matt Damon, but it also stars Tom Holland and Zendaya. This weekend, $600+ million opening weekend is what they're looking at for the new Spider-Man movie, starring Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a new rule they have where if you're going to hire me, you got to hire my wife.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and am I correct? I like the Punisher is going to be a part of this one too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Punisher, the Hulk, a whole list of villains that are big parts of Spider-Man's history, but they've never used them before.
Right. I think Daredevil's going to be in it
Yeah.
too.
Everybody's in it, right?
Some of the
Everybody-
best choreographed.
Well, you got
fight
the X-Men in it.
Daredevil.
One of them,
Who?
Jean Grey.
You got more than that.
No.
Laser beam guy. I saw with the eyeballs.
He's in Doomsday. We're talking about
Doomsday.
Spider-Man.
Oh, the Spider-Man. That's right. Okay, I was thinking about Doomsday because they're all crossing over. You got X-Men, Daredevil this weekend. I saw Ryan Reynolds show up at Comic-Con in what was it? It was
a blue jean Deadpool outfit. The whole thing was made out of blue jeans.
because they're doing
Interesting.
part 3. Is it part 3? Is this it? Yeah, it's part 3. Yeah.
4.
So-
I'm sorry, it's 4.
Is it 4? Yeah, it is. They're doing another one.
The first 2 Deadpools were just him solo stories. The third was him and Wolverine, and then this will be the 4th.
Yeah, because they never give him anybody. And the ones they do give him, he always laughs about. Like, nobody? Really? Like, nobody? So this will be good. This will be fun. But I have, the other thing they talked about, and the movies have come back, is the popcorn buckets are huge. So there's a Trojan horse popcorn bucket that is $70.
Good grief.
I get it if you're a collector,
Yeah.
but who the hell collects Odyssey stuff?
Yeah. See, that's just it. To me, if it's a Spider-Man thing, it's like we got an Alien one for the kids.
Yeah, I can see if somebody who's into
Because
Alien
it has Face Sucker. My eldest is really into Alien, and so it's got Face Sucker and the whole 9 yards. I could see that, but the Odyssey,
It's just not something. I mean, the book is long enough as it is. How much more of it do you want to take up your life with?
Exactly.
Bell
Well,
always
you know they're
pretends
gonna
like you've read the book.
And aren't they going to come out with a video game for it?
No, I specifically didn't read the book because it's too damn long,
Yeah.
and I haven't heard anything about a video
Yeah,
game.
I thought there was a video game they were coming out with.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But right now everybody's getting out of the way for GTA 6. As you should.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to do $5 billion in a week. Think about that. If you're in movies and you're doing all you can, it's going to be $5 billion. But I'm hearing this thing could cost close to $500 million to $1 billion when all is said and done.
I remember specifically when I worked at Maverick, we were having a conference call, and we were talking about Tony Hawk having
Yes.
a new game come out, and we were going to. We basically had the soundtrack for it, and they were talking on the call about how it would probably do $1.5 million the first week at $60 a pop back then, and we were having trouble selling records at $10 each.
Yeah. It's just a different world. I mean, you think about no movie's done $5 billion, let alone $5 billion in a week. And the other thing is, if you go online, there are people that are taking the day off so they can get it and play it. That is, Crazy.
Honestly, that doesn't surprise me.
No, nerds. Bunch of. Tell you what, though, can I just give it up to all the girls at Comic-Con? Well done this weekend.
Yes, ladies. Nicely done.
Hey, look at Velma if she was a stripper.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this one girl who got dressed like Meg when Meg was in the future and she was all smoking hot.
Oh, when they were the touring family. They were like it was a takeoff on the Osmonds.
No, this is the one where this is when Brian changed everything and he wasn't supposed to. And then they went to the future and then, Brian had like saved 9/11 or something. And they go there and Meg is like long white boots, short skirt. She's like smoking hot. And yeah, there was girls who dressed up like that. Yeah, Comic-Con has become that. All the stuff that's neat that you want to see, stuff you could buy, but then mostly hot chicks dressed up as your favorite characters. It's like, oh, look, it's Wednesday. And here comes, welcome to the stage, Wednesday.
It's funny how movies are what really power Comic-Con's profit and loss. And nobody seems to care about comic books.
No.
There's no draw on those anymore, to the point where DC, who's owned by Warner Brothers, and Marvel, who's owned by Disney, have to basically build in, booths for their comic book companies so that they'll actually be able to get them in there, because the comic book companies can't afford to do it themselves anymore.
You can't afford to buy anything of the well, you can't, because nobody buys comic books. Except for independent comic books, which are doing semi-okay. Coming up, it is, it's Monday, as we know. Ken and I love Mondays.
It's best day of the week.
Best day of the week. Super excited. Bell's super excited about Mondays, too. He told me he could not sleep last night because he was so excited about it. He got the Sunday sads because he only gets to do Monday one day a week.
And he really likes today because he's sick, too.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm starting to doubt your claims of being a teetotaler.
You know what? Whatever, dude. So we're going to do sports with Bell. He's been practicing all weekend, just like you can, just like me. I got my clothes out on several occasions, finally put it on. I got my shark outfit on right here, my shark suit shirt, because it is Shark Week, and I watched some Shark Week last night, and we've got some more this week. We'll talk a little bit about sharks, among other things. But first, Bell with sports straight ahead. Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 99.7.
Super Talk 99.7 WTNN.
Bulwark Capital would love to give you a free Know Your Risk portfolio review today. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is sign up for it. You go to knowyourriskpodcast.com. Bulwark Capital is different than so many others out there, but he says, we all say, yeah, they do, because of the way that they approach things. First of all, they're not afraid to be short. Secondly, they have a global outlook. They're not afraid to sit on the sidelines when stuff feels like it's untenable or could pop at any moment. They have plans, and they stick to those plans. That's what I love about them. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. Number one thing when it comes to Bulwark. So sign up today. Get a free Know Your Risk portfolio review. Doesn't cost you anything at all. They'll go through all of it, show you where they think you should be, tell you what's going on with your portfolio. It's that simple, whether it's your retirement or your investments. Bulwark's got you covered. Sign up today at KNOW. That's knowyourriskpodcast.com. Knowyourriskpodcast.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 26112.
Hi, this is Williamson County State Senator Jack Johnson. I'd like to
Scrambling to pull that old disclaimer out. I thought you were just wanting me to run the old one.
Sunday.
Triple-digit heat feels like temperatures return to Middle Tennessee this week, and the American Red Cross issues an historic nationwide warning, or emergency, I should say. Yes, the same thing's a warning. I'll tell you all about these stories and more coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
And it's that time of the program where we unleash the man, the myth, the legend of sports.
Now it's time for Sports with Bell. When you need to know sports information, you turn to the guy who calls basketball shooty hoops. Let's talk some sports with Bell.
He's got it going on better than anybody else. He's been dreaming of this, Ken. Sports with Bell. What you got for us?
So England came in third.
Yes.
They won the match with, who was it?
France.
France. And they did it off of a header, a really cool looking header.
Yeah, they were magical. There was no defense played in that game.
Who was the guy that scored that second goal for them?
Well, they scored a lot of goals because it was 6.
I thought it was 2-1.
It was 6-4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was bad.
Yeah.
It was nonstop action. It was one of those games where, like, all right, whoever's last man back, you play goalie. We'll go from there.
Maybe the footage I saw was
Probably because you're
2-1.
special. And you've been out, man, because you've been busy.
It has, but who was that guy who scored their third or second or third goal with the header?
Bukayo Saka scored 3. You had a couple other guys. I mean, they were all over the place. They were not. It was amazing. And
It was a sloppy game.
sloppy fun. It was like offense. It's the kind of game where you're like, all right, if I don't score today, I'm going to be bummed.
Six goals in soccer's a lot.
Yeah. Somebody's not playing well. Somebody's playing well and not playing well.
Yeah.
So, but you've been gone such a long time. We didn't know if you're ever coming back. We're getting worried, Ken and I.
Yeah, I'm out next month too.
No, you're not going on vacation next month, Brother Bilal.
And October, I think. I think I got one in October.
October?
Yeah. I get 4 weeks a month, 4 weeks a year.
And he's still grumpy.
I'm not grumpy. I just have a cold.
When is Ken? When are you? When's the wedding?
The ceremony, the celebration we're going to have will be in October,
Okay,
and that'll be it for me.
that's it for you.
Yep, that'll be probably like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah, we should all take that time off to celebrate with you.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely. Because we could always. You know what? I was thinking the other day. I've taken 1 day off this year.
Yeah, you hardly take any time off, dude.
I've taken 1 day off this year. I think that's it. Outside of whatever, like Memorial Day or whatever day that they make us take off, But as long as it's not a Monday, because you and I can't take a Monday off. It's
Well,
impossible.
yeah, Monday. I mean, we practice for it.
We do. Hey, guys, only 6.5 days left until the next Monday. So be prepared for that. Coming up, hour number 2 of the program. Got some local news. Got some other news. Got a lot of fun news. Got a lot of stuff that could make you think, including what Lindsey Graham said about the war. That's right. Boy, he loves war. Whatever happened to that guy? Chad Benso, Super Talk 987.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. I can tell you Middle Tennessee's in for another stretch of summer heat today and tomorrow. Then it looks like we might get some relief heading into the weekend. Now, if you've been thinking about giving blood, now is the time, because the American Red Cross says the country is facing what it calls a national blood crisis. With donations, they say, at their lowest summer level in 4 years. They say they really need blood during the summer because everybody's out and about. More people are getting hurt. There's more emergencies. Then there's also cancer treatments and transplants that they're trying to get blood for. Donors who give in August are going to receive a $20 Amazon gift card from the Red Cross. The White House says President Trump decided not to launch military strikes against Iran over the weekend, despite earlier warnings that action could be imminent. ABC News is reporting one factor was concern over limited supplies of missile defense systems, including Patriot interceptors. A nationwide cyclosporiasis outbreak linked to contaminated lettuce is continuing to grow. According to the CDC, Illinois, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania have been added to the list of states connected to this outbreak. Investigators say shredded iceberg lettuce supplied by Taylor Farms sickened nearly 2,000 people in 9 states, many of whom ate at Taco Bell. The CDC says almost 12,000 potential cases have now been identified across the country, making this one of the largest outbreaks on record. And if you're wondering if you should buy lettuce at the store, the only retail product right now that's part of the recall was Walmart Market Side brand iceberg. A new CBS News poll finds that Cyclospora outbreak is changing how many Americans shop for food. 4 in 10 say they're buying or eating less produce because of concern about that parasite that's causing explosive diarrhea. We're buying fewer groceries anyway. A new study from Bain & Company and Nielsen IQ finds shoppers are putting fewer items in their carts as food prices remain high. Grocery prices have climbed 33% since 2019, the steepest increase in 50 years. Economists say it's the rocket and feathers effect. Prices rise quickly, but then they come down very slowly. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman heading to the White House this week to seek approval for the company's most advanced artificial intelligence model. The visit comes just days after a widely publicized safety incident involving the technology. The new system has reportedly demonstrated the ability to solve an 80-year-old math problem, could handle complex work for businesses and government agencies, but its growing independence is also fueling concerns about how much control humans may have over increasingly powerful AI. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
So this dude's dog wanders.
Guaranteed Offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a Guaranteed Offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Times are tough. Absolutely, I agree. Now, if you need a new truck or a minivan, maybe an SUV, Mid-10 Ford, they can help you out with great selection, terrific pricing as well. Mid-10 Ford, they've been around for 56 years, since 1969, helping people get the vehicle that is right for them. They can help you save $1,000 or more on select Ford trucks. They also offer special financing as well if you need it. Now, Mid-10 Ford, I like to say that they're a one-stop shop. You can buy your vehicle there at Mid-10 Ford. You can get it serviced. They have a body shop as well. So you want a brand new or a pre-owned vehicle, you can check out all of the great deals at their website, mid10fordtrucks.com. That's mid10fordtrucks.com. They offer low-pressure sales, maximum customer service if you show up at their business, 1319 Foster Avenue. This is a family-owned business going back 4 generations. So, yeah, they do know how to treat customers. So let them help you get into your next vehicle. Again, low-pressure sales, maximum customer service. Find them online, mid10fordtrucks.com. That's mid10fordtrucks.com. Let their family take care of your family. Times are tough. Absolutely, I agree. Now, if you need a new truck or a minivan, maybe an SUV, Mid-10 Ford, they can help you out with great selection, terrific pricing as well. Mid-10 Ford, they've been around for 56 years, since 1969, helping people get the
Oh, kids, happy Monday. Greatest day of the week, as we all know. Wish we could do more
practice
Mondays.
went really good this week, this weekend for today. It went really good.
Yeah, did you practice hard?
Well, that's why I didn't come in today, because, I mean, practice was perfect. I didn't want to mess it up.
I don't know how many times I could lay out my clothes and try them on, but I did it enough to know that I'm good at this.
Did you do it at least 3 times?
3 times. Try 5. Put them on, took them off, put them on, took them off, put them on. I couldn't get more excited for Mondays, kids. See, we come at it in a way that many people don't. Some people, not going to say who, look at it with dread.
Well, I mean,
I was on vacation.
Brother Burrell, I mean, he wanted to make it extra special, so he apparently went around last week making out with complete strangers.
As you do.
Hey, she didn't complain, so no complaint, no jail time.
That's right. That's the rules, right? But it's going to be a week. I can already tell you that. It's going to be a week. We had Monty on last week. I think we're efforting to get Jerry on.
Yes,
All right.
I've actually got to send her an email. They responded to me, and they wanted to do it off air, which I'm going to tell them. I mean, they wanted to do it on the phone, which I'm going to tell them no.
Yeah, just do it on the computer or something like that. Just stream it or something if we can do that. So we're hoping to get her on, and then anybody else, Marcia.
So
Yeah.
is she the leading Democrat in the race?
Yeah, she's the leading Democrat.
Did Afton email you?
No, no.
Okay,
No.
she was supposed to. She blew it and didn't show up.
Yes. Well, I didn't think she was going to. So, but yeah, we're going to get her on. But that's going to be about DCS, which was a disaster and still continues to be a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's suing CPS, DCS, whatever
Yeah.
it's called. This is the Child Protection Agency and the foster care system, who are not taking care of these children properly.
Not only not taking care of the children, if you guys did not see the orphans, so these are the ones who they got nobody and they get money from Social Security. That money is supposed to be their money for when they age out of the system. They took that money and spent it. And then sent some of it back to Washington, to D.C.
They involved the child at no point.
Yes. And so that was an ugly situation. And they said, we've rectified that. Well, what'd you do for them? You've rectified it in the future. But these kids here who are going to age out, and again, they don't have anybody. They're orphans. There's no family members to speak of. It is their foster parents. It is the system, which is a joke. That's among many things. And you heard Monty on Friday said, look, it's a broken system. And I don't know too many across the country that have a system that is great. The systems are broken a lot of places because it's a bunch of, young people, usually first job out. They're overworked, underpaid, they're exhausted. The people at the top don't always seem to have it going on, right? And I think we have one of those situations here that is broken and continues to be broken.
Well,
Doesn't
the
seem to
best
get
I
fixed.
can tell is the woman running Child Protective Services is as competent as the idiot running NES.
I knew that was coming. I could feel that coming. Could you feel that? Anytime we get a shot in at her,
I knew
Well,
it.
she's not a smart person.
I'm not a smart person.
But it seems to me like I know their budget is already stretched thin, but after you've ripped off these kids who are, they had something of a lifeline thrown to them, maybe your budget needs to get a little thinner because you're paying them back.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. And that's what they're suing him for. And then you sent what was left over to D.C. What is that about?
Oh, we decided not to steal this part. You can have it back.
Just, so we'll see what it looks like. But DCS needs an overhaul. But like I said, I've lived a lot of places and I've never heard people go, yeah, Child Protective Services here. They got it. They got it going on good. Because it's usually, first of all, it's one of those places too where you start out there and there's only anybody with a heart, it's tough to spend a lot of time there before you either want to go somewhere else or you just can't take it anymore. Because
that's got to be. If you're not depressed when you start the job involved in that, you probably are when you're done.
Yeah, it will. I mean, absolutely.
I'm telling you, man, it would be a tough job.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably the toughest.
I mean, Cameron his family has put a lot of time and effort into being fosters.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And he takes on the hard cases.
He is so positive about it.
He is.
And he is like, if one child ends up having to leave his house, he's ready for the next one. He gives and gives of himself. I don't see how he does that without just at one point throwing his hands up, going,
Yeah.
"What do I do?"
It's, you know what, Ken, I think you're right. Outside of, cop, paramedic kind of thing where you see some stuff that it's brutal, but you got to think about this. You're seeing that too as a DCS, worker, Child Protective Service, you're seeing that where you're having to go to get these kids who are being taken away from their parents, who have been abused, sometimes, sexually, sometimes physically. They have seen horrific things. I mean, and you're having to go in there and be that person that they didn't know you an hour ago. And now you're trying to figure out what to do with them. And at the same time, you're comforting them. You've got to be the adult and figure out, okay, what do I have to, now where does this kid go? How can I get this kid somewhere that's not the office next to the file cabinet?
The, coming under the heading of protective services, there was a law, or there was a non-protective law that basically said, if a CPS child is arrested, you have no rights. You tell us what we want to hear or else. And Cameron was instrumental in getting a law passed that children that are in custody in the foster system cannot give up their rights. No, actually, wait. No, I'm sorry. That's the second half of the bill. Cameron, one of his foster children was arrested, and they wouldn't let him see him. And so Cameron was instrumental in getting it fixed to where if your foster child is arrested, they have to allow the legal guardian to see the child.
Yeah.
And Cameron did that because he's trying to find out what's going on with his foster child, and they're basically like, well, you don't need to know right now.
Yeah. Well, no, you do. And again, what Cameron does, and what my mother did fostering for a while, and then luckily, in a weird way, my sister ended up having a whole bunch of kids that she ended up taking. But not luckily, but the system is broken. It's broken everywhere, and it's the most vulnerable people we have. Like there should be no qualms from anybody about making sure it's funded properly. It is the most vulnerable system. And, one of the other things is, too, sometimes it gets to the point where the kids have been in the system so long, everything today, their whole life is survival. And if they don't like what's going on, they want to file complaints. They want to do all kinds of stuff. They're willing to. It is, you gotta, because you'll hear a lot of people say, I fostered a couple kids. It was way too much. DCS was a nightmare and to work with. And the kids were, they seemed to just run wild and you couldn't do anything or they call the police on you. So, it is just such a horrible system. Once they get into the system, though, it's getting them out. Man, it's tough. People want to know why everybody only wants babies, because babies come with very little baggage in the sense of emotional and physical baggage and learning how to manipulate.
If you're adopting a baby straight from like not necessarily a surrogate, but a woman who's given it up for adoption,
yeah.
You're not dealing with the child having been beaten. That child hasn't suffered any abuse. You haven't had to deal with any kind of extraneous trauma that they've had. You just take the baby home, and at some point in the future, hopefully he learns that, he does have a birth mother and birth father.
Yeah. But, it is a broken system. And like Ken said, man, in Bell, if you're not depressed when you start, you're going to be depressed. Because you're dealing with, the cops get there and the medics get there and they're dealing with the physical side of something that happened. You have to now deal with the emotional side on top of figuring out what's going on with the physical side of stuff being happened. So it's hard to think that you're going to be like Tigger and bouncing around. Well, it could be, that's a wonderful thing we do. It's not that way.
Yeah, and while you're trying to adjust to that child being in your house, that child's trying to adjust to probably having been in his 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th house. And those kids get taught, not by effort, but just through the system itself, they get taught not to trust.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when they get in the system, it is a fight for their survival. And so the people that you were supposed to trust the most were your parents and your family, and they've let you down. And in some cases, it's just been an awful situation where, something's happened, they've died, and there's nowhere else to go. But those people, usually it's not that way when you're in the system. They've let you down. Now you get into a system that you're a number, and it's like you're fighting for your survival every day. And, it's heartbreaking. It is. It's absolutely heartbreaking. So hopefully we'll get her on later on this week to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm one of the most anti-government people that you will ever meet. I think government sucks, and it should be pared down to almost nothing. But when it comes to taking care of children who have done nothing wrong on their part, they're not criminals, they're not convicts, they simply don't have anyone. I think that's a point where I look at it and go, somebody has to help them, and that needs, at the very minimum, it needs to be society.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the taking care of our own. I mean, we always want to talk about, what's a village? Well, this is what the village does. And once what happens is the village then hands it over to bureaucracy, and bureaucracy muddies the system. And we don't want that. Not at all. It's going to be a nice week this week, but Ken has warned us we got to get through the next couple days. That's all? Lightning, thunder, rain, not so much yesterday, but this weekend we could get some. And it matters because why is it only ever rain on the weekends? Yeah. Now, I want to play some golf this weekend. I played my pickleball. I want to play some golf now.
Wiffle tennis.
It's not wiffle tennis, all right?
It's wiffle tennis.
I want to play padel. That's tennis. That's kind of like it's like a tennis ball, but it's
kind of like badminton, but the men have to wear the skirts.
No, it's honest to God, dude, it's like you're in a cage with a door, by the way. You can run in and out of the door, hit the ball out of the cage, and hit it back through. It's crazy. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think this weekend might be a little golf weekend if I have a chance. No doubt about that. A lot of stuff still to get to. I do want to talk about Iran. I don't know. I mean, did Trump just come out a little while ago and say, yeah, we got a lot of stuff, but we also have a lot of stuff that we'd like a lot more of? I do think we're depleted, but we've been saying that for a while, that we're depleting our stuff. We've been depleting our stuff. Not the offensive stuff. Everybody thinks because you say, oh, we have nothing. No, we can conduct strikes. We can attack. We can do all of the things. The defensive side of stuff is where we are having some issues to the point where we're now picking certain areas where we're allowing some stuff to get through because we know the damage will be minimal.
I saw a really cool documentary on YouTube last week about how they're shifting their warfare tactics. Like you're not going to shoot a ballistic missile at a swarm of drones, but they have high intensity lasers now that are on deck of these ships that are, all they have to do is point the laser at the thing, 2 seconds, the thing just falls apart.
So, and that's why we need a military upgrade, and they would like to do that. But, you got to start thinking now, Ukraine has changed the battlefield. Russia's not figured out how to combat that, and they're slow in doing so. We've got AI taking more and more of a role in all of this, and we need to start thinking about the future when it comes to battle. But here, shooting a $5 million missile at a $50,000 drone is not fiscally responsible.
That's exactly what they were talking about, and how the laser flips that script, and it costs $1 in electricity to fire one of those lasers versus, $25,000 for an onboard missile or something like that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And it's fiscally it's unsustainable for a long period of time. We can't, especially because we're not built right now in a way to produce the stuff we need to produce fast, which is what we need. All right, coming up, we'll talk a little bit about that. We have we had a Mitch sighting. I'll let you guys know that he is maybe alive because we're 99 days away from the midterms.
Did we hear him talk?
No, yeah, talk. Ken talked to him earlier.
He said, somebody fix my hair.
Is that what he said? This is my wife. Here she is. What do you guys think of her?
She's good friends with the Chinese.
Yeah, she was just hanging out with the Chinese because we're all going to get rid of hemp.
Hold the blinds. There seems to be a glare.
So funny. So I was complaining about that, among other things. Chad Bench on Super Talk 99.7. Relief Factor is going to give you the relief you need when it comes to aches and pains in your body. I will tell you this right now. Worked out hardcore yesterday and about 2.5 hours. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be pretty sore, even for my relief. No, nothing, nada. Felt great. And it works. Aches and pains in your joints, your muscles. It is incredible what this can do for you. And it's third-party tested. Purity and potency. Over 1 million people have used Relief Factor and continue to use Relief Factor because it works. It doesn't mask the pain. It works from the inside out to make sure that it combats inflammation in your body. Try Relief Factor $17.76 right now for a 3-week quick start. You're not going to be disappointed. Like I said, I take it every single day. So many people I know are taking it now. You should try it yourself, especially if you struggle with those aches and pains in your body. Go to ReliefFactor.com, ReliefFactor.com, or call 800-4-RELIEF. 800-4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
Hey, it's Dan Mandis from Super Talk 99.7 WTN and Nashville's Morning News. I'm here with Chris from USS, United Structural Systems. He's checking out my basement, my foundation, my crawl space to see if there's anything wrong. Fingers crossed. All right, so there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is we found some cracks in my basement wall. The good news, I've got Chris here who's going to walk me through the next steps.
Yes, so unfortunately, your house has been subject to the pressure of the dirt. The hydrostatic pressure, heavy dirt pushes on foundation walls, and you got a little bit of what we call bowing. So that wall is pushed in a little bit. But we have a lifetime warranty solution for that. So we install, usually in a day or two, this can be done in most situations. We install carbon fiber straps, which keep the wall from moving inward at any point in the future. It's a lifetime warranty for anybody that ever owns this house. So it's a quick and routine thing that we do, but it yields some long-lasting benefits.
It's a great selling point if you want to sell your house.
Absolutely. Good thing about our warranties is they're not only transferable, like the contract says, they're automatically transferred when you sell your house. So you don't have to sign any paperwork or even send us an email saying that you sold your house. Warranty would transfer to the next owner.
Hey, this is Pastor Al, and join us on Super Talk 99.7, Sunday evenings from 7 to 8. We're going to look at the news from a biblical perspective.
Middle Tennessee is under another heat advisory. The nation's blood supply is at crisis levels and a growing food safety concern. More cases of this explosive diarrhea. We'll tell you about it coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
I don't know if this is true, but I want it to be true because, Ken, this is us. Man kicked out of IMAX theater for bringing a fully functional crock pot. With a bowl of chili and selling bowls in the back row.
Good for him.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. I was going to use that as one of my nincompoops, but I looked at it and it's a parody account.
I would do that if I could.
But it's funny.
That's something my mother would have done. How many times when I was a kid, my mother, we'd go to a movie and her purse was a refrigerator full of crap that I didn't want to eat, right? Like you go to the movies when you're a kid, like I want a hot dog and some popcorn. My mom's like, don't worry. I brought you crappy sandwiches.
That was one of those places that you knew you were going to get candy.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm like, this is why I like to go with grandma. She buys me crap.
Here's some baby carrots.
So true. Hey, remember Halloween? We had all that candy corn left over, which is the worst candy ever. It's candy corn. What is it? It's wax.
It's wax and sugar.
It's wax and sugar.
And a little food coloring.
Barely.
It's probably flammable.
Probably is. It's just so gross. It was, and you know what else? Raisins. But I think you're right. My mother used to bring. It was the worst. It was like granola, and it was just. Would you like some soup?
And it wasn't even granola with chocolate in it.
Oh no,
it was just straight granola.
It was straight granola, like I was a bird. What did you do, like, Mom? What are we doing? What are we doing? Who are we? Are we this poor? You can't take me to see a stupid ass movie that we can at least get some candy.
She just gives you a piece of bread.
Oh my God.
It is amazing how expensive going to the movies has gotten.
It is now. I know. When I took the kids, so when the last Alien movie came out, all the kids were here. We went. And so
that cost you $300.
It was close to about, so Steph and Charlie went to see a cartoon. And then the three of us went to see the Aliens, but we went to that theater where it shakes, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
And it shoots stuff at you. That right there, the tickets alone were like $40. It was like $100+ to get in, with candy and snacks and everything. I think it was close to $200.
Oh, easy.
For the
I can't believe it wasn't more than that.
I know. Well, that's because I said no. I said just steal some of it or run away. See if they catch us.
There's a water fountain out in the hall.
Somebody's like, your mom brought. Yes, my mother brought soup one time. In one of the thermometers with the cup that becomes the little thing.
That's actually a good idea.
Well, yeah, because
sometimes it's cold in those theaters.
It does get cold in those theaters. And when this one, I was just. Just the ridiculousness of how and I was thinking to myself of how expensive it is. How does regular people do it? Like the average person. You know what I mean? I mean, the average person, like family of four, that they just don't. I guess.
I was looking at one of the streaming platforms, and I was complaining to myself about how much it costs to buy a brand new hit movie.
Yeah.
And it's anywhere from $25 to $30.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, if you're a family of four and you want to watch the movie, you're saving so much money doing it at home. Yeah. Even at $30 a pop, if you're going to buy it, you still save so much money.
You do. And there are some things like I will, sometimes, like most of the movies, like, do you really need to see them? There are some movies. I will say the Odyssey feels like one of those movies where you got to see it in the theaters, right? It's best to see it in the theaters.
I'm just going to wait for the book.
The visuals are going to be something else on that, man.
Book's 3,000 years old.
Oh, well, okay. I missed that boat.
Well, it's funny? There are boats in this movie. And you can also buy a giant popcorn bucket for $70.
I just
don't get it.
Bucket.
No,
not on this movie anyway.
So, I mean, Odyssey though, like 70. I wonder what tickets go for on the Odyssey. I bet people are selling Odyssey tickets. I bet you they are. They're all sold out. Can't get anything. Now you can get it in some of the regular IMAX, but the 70 millimeter in some places no. But what's the cost of that? Now I kind of want to go see it in the IMAX. Just because.
Yahoo has an article, and the title of it was "Why Fans Are Paying $600 for a Ticket to See the Odyssey."
Are you serious?
Yeah. The average resale ticket price is $165
for a movie ticket.
Yeah.
God, that's
goodness.
I'm sorry. No.
That's a week's worth of groceries.
Yes, for like a fat family.
Yes, for a family of 8.
Yes, or a family of 3 that's gross. Either of those are fine. One that consumes nonstop. Yesterday when I was getting my groceries, I was pretty proud of them. I was like, okay, a couple Red Baron pizzas. Can you guys tell I'm living alone?
There you go.
Here's my cat food, but I got the little microwavable ones.
Oh, nice.
The checkout clerk looks at you and goes, "Oh, sorry, you're single."
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not, but my wife does. Because I'm like, honey, what are you doing? She goes, oh, my mom made this, and I'm making this, and this. And I go, what are you doing? I said, oh, I just had a sad dinner by myself.
I had a Red Baron pizza.
But they're good, but they're the little ones.
They are good.
They are good, you know? I had a hot dog. I was very excited the other night. I made myself a hot dog. I was inside our little, you know, the thing we always talk about, the deep fryer. So good. But then I think to myself, it takes 10 minutes to make, takes me 30 seconds to eat. Now what do I do with the other 19 and a half hours where I'm not awake? You know, where I'm awake. I don't know. It's sad. It was just like, you just realized, because I didn't get any fruit. I didn't get any fruits or vegetables because I'm terrified right now that I'm going to get the fruits, and I don't want that. I'm going to have to do the show from the toilet.
I have a thumbnail to show you.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
So there is, you know, so it was really the sad guy's trip to the supermarket. It was cat food, and it was just, you know, I got Hawaiian rolls as my breakfast because I love those. I put a little butter on them and those Hawaiian rolls, but just it's sad. It's very sad.
You should just some Saturday just to get people's reaction. You should get like just a case of Wolf Brand chili and a big bunch of toilet paper.
I'll do that. I'll do that this weekend.
See what sort of looks you get.
I'll do that this weekend. I was going to get chili. I forgot to get chili. Thanks about that. I got to do that. All right, coming up, I'll talk a bit about Iran war. Also, some of the candidates sat down with WSMV, talk about how they would handle some of the things. We'll talk about that as well. Chad Bench, Super Talk 997.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories, and the big weather story this week is the heat today and tomorrow. Upper 90s, real feel, and then the heat index could reach up to 110 in some spots. The nation's blood supplies reached crisis levels, according to the American Red Cross. Officials say supplies of type O blood are especially low, with demand outpacing donations during this busy summer trauma season. A lot of folks out and about getting hurt. The Red Cross says just a few additional donors at every blood drive could help stabilize inventories. Eligible donors can schedule an appointment through redcrossblood.org or at the Red Cross donor app. Health officials reporting more cases of cyclosporiasis, the foodborne illness linked to contaminated lettuce, giving everybody explosive diarrhea. Well, at least those who catch it. The CDC says illnesses have now been connected to additional states, including Illinois, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania, and Kansas. At the retail level, the only recalled product is Walmart's Market Side brand iceberg lettuce, which has been removed from store shelves. And if you're dining out, experts recommend asking where the restaurant sources its lettuce or choosing cooked vegetables until the investigation is complete. By the way, Americans are paying close attention to this thing. According to a new CBS News poll, nearly 4 out of 10 respondents say they've cut back on fruits and veggies because of it. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert meteorologist Melanie Layden. Very hot and humid today. Our feels-like temperatures will range between 105 and 110 degrees this afternoon. Be sure to limit time outdoors and stay hydrated. A pop-up shower is possible, but will stay mainly dry both today and tomorrow. Low temperatures only fall down to the upper 70s. Catch a weather update on the free WSMV4 weather app.
Speaking of the weather, you want to make sure things are going well with the weather, right? And your house, because you don't want your foundation to start to get wonky, and you sure don't want those cracks to tell a story underneath there that you can't see that there's a nightmare going on when it comes to standing water, wood rot, just mold, and you don't want any of that. That's why USS is amazing. United Structural Systems, come on out, give you an absolutely free inspection. Not going to charge you anything for that, and they're not going to sell you anything you don't need. Right now, this month, still going on. amazing payment options to make your July foundation repairs more affordable, including 10% discount when you pay in full, fix it now, pay later, 18 months, no payment, no interest, or 36 months, no interest, low payment options for qualified homeowners. USS is dedicating to helping their customers get repairs they need now to protect their greatest investment for a lifetime. They're dependable, they're trustworthy, they're USS. Give them a call right now, 615-488-7855, 615-488-7855, or online at USSTN.com. Mitch McConnell, breaking news. He extends his Senate leave, saying he's not medically cleared to perform his duties.
So, but he's just going to stay in there.
What kind of medical clearance do you need to grift?
Probably be alive.
Oh, well.
I was getting ready to say
Conscious?
heartbeat and breathing.
I think that it's got to be number one. You've got to be able to at least say, grift. I don't think he can. I think that's a struggle there. They were asking a bunch of senators and people, have you talked to Mitch? Because you remember last week or 2 weeks ago, I was like, I talked to him for 20 minutes.
Yeah, everybody talked to him for exactly 20 minutes.
Nobody's talked to Mitch for 20 minutes in 20 years. Nobody has. And remember, his head of his chief of staff, I think he's paid almost $300,000 and is kind of like one of the most quietly powerful people pulling the strings. So they're going to do everything they can to, that guy knows how to use a defibrillator. It's like the first thing they taught him when you go work for Mitch. How to use a defibrillator.
Yeah, in your interview, they're like, do you know CPR?
Don't be afraid if you crack his ribs. Oh, Lordy.
So I guess he didn't vote on this War Powers resolution last week.
No. He can't because he's not there.
Yeah, you got to be there.
They don't let him vote. Like Andy Ogles. I would say Andy Ogles is the bottom 25% as far as his Like Matt Van Epps is new. He is 99.9% of the votes he's there for. Andy Ogles is missing a bit. He's in the bottom 25%. He's not showing up as much as he should. Wonder why. You know what? Then you got that one guy, right? Who's the guy from, was it Kearns or whatever, that missed 3 or 4 months and nobody was allowed to know where he was at? What is wrong with us?
Well, I do sort of understand somebody wanting to protect their image, and when it comes to letting people know about your mental health.
Yeah.
But then the other side of that coin is, hey, you're doing a job for the people here. You need to tell the people what the hell's up.
And that's it. It's one thing to protect, and we don't want anybody to, if you're sick, you need to go take care of that. That's the most important thing, your health. But you also took a job, right? You don't work at Taco Bell. You don't work you took a job where you have to represent the people who put you there. They have a right to know what's going on. If you were in a corporation and you couldn't do your job and you if you disappeared for 14 weeks and you were the CEO of a company, there'd be more than a few questions. There would be. And it's the same thing here with Mitch McConnell. You owe it to the people who you have served and grifted off of for God knows how long, that if you're not, it's not like you're 29 and this is your only shot. You're 229. You've been there. By the way, Ken, I don't know if you're seeing this, but the Idaho guy convicted in the college killings.
Oh, yeah, Brian Koenig or something?
Yep, he just took back his guilty plea.
Brian Kohlberger.
He took back his guilty plea.
I guess he's not having fun.
He's not. Come to find out, he wants to fight that.
Game night's not very fun there at the old Idaho maximum security.
I would assume it's not, especially when they think you're Michael Myers.
Right.
Right? Like, P. Diddy, who's in solitary, he's having more fun than old Kohlberger there.
Yeah, P. Diddy had some fisticuffs last week.
Yeah, he threw down. P. Diddy did.
Was he able to defend himself?
I'm sure Diddy probably threw down. I don't know what the circumstances were, but, I'm assuming it was your Puff Daddy, and that's why I want to beat you up.
That's probably, he probably got done with that fight and went to the Nation of Islam, was like, take care of that guy for me.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, man, what if somebody paid somebody to attack him?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. What if Suge Knight or one of those?
Oh, that's actually an interesting theory.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no clue that
I have no clue, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't. If that became a news story, I would be like not shocked.
No, not shocked at all. Not shocked at all. I want you guys to listen to some of this stuff. Very interesting. So WSMV got them all to sit down and ask them a few questions, all the governor's folks, about where they stand on some of the issues.
First, we asked about your public education and what the future of the state's education freedom scholarships look like.
My goal is for every Tennessee child to get a world-class education, for every child to be in an environment where they can learn. And we want to make certain that we continue with school choice because that provides parents options.
And so the next governor is frankly got to be sure that we're doing everything we can to get results from the public school districts across Tennessee. And what I'm hearing is that the overwhelming majority of Tennesseans want parents to have options. And so then the question is, how do we facilitate those options?
I think there's a resentment of that across the state, especially in the rural areas. So I intend to cancel the school voucher program. I think it's unconstitutional. I'm sure that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But I think if it were unconstitutional for me to vote for it as governor, it would be unconstitutional for me to continue it.
Yeah, I will say this about the vouchers. I love the idea of school choice. I think school choice, though, like everything, ends up getting hijacked by something, a group, and another group ends up paying for it in a major way. And if you can't have transparency in where the money's going and how it's being spent, as far as are kids who are upper middle class already in private school, are they receiving a decent amount of this? What about the rural schools? Are they having to close? What's the struggle there? I think those are all fair questions. If it's so good and it works so well and it's so above board, then why not go demand transparency? Absolutely. they continue.
We also asked them about public safety. How will they work to protect you? This comes after out west in Memphis, the National Guard was tasked with helping reduce crime there.
The crime rate there is down dramatically, and I think the people there, from my many visits to Memphis and Shelby County, they're relieved.
I think it was probably necessary a long time ago. I think most people I talked to in Memphis when I campaigned and door knocked there are somewhat disappointed that Governor Lee didn't act much earlier.
I think that this is driven by the great work we've seen from the Memphis Safe Task Force going into Memphis, cutting crime by over half in the last several months.
So there's that. And then, of course, the big one.
Another concern for all three candidates, undocumented immigrants trying to make Tennessee their home. They're all for getting them out of the state and to continue using ICE.
So I'm a deport all illegals person. I think that they committed a crime when they come in. Each one of those image bearers of Almighty God, created in God's image just like you and I are, but they broke the law in coming in. I think we have to deport them.
And people will say, hey, let's make certain our communities are safe, our schools are safe, let's pick up the pace deporting illegal aliens. And people are saying, let's cooperate with ICE.
Making sure that all of our state law enforcement agencies are cooperating fully with the federal government and federal authorities, and making sure that that county and city police forces across this state, our sheriffs and our police forces, that they're fully cooperating with ICE.
There you go. Just a few of the things they said. Monty, he had some interesting things to say on Friday. Like I said, I think he's the most genuine of them. We talked to John Rose a long, long time ago, and when he first announced.
And he gives his answers. His answers are different.
Yes. Monty's answers are way different. They're very real.
And did they not ask them about affordability?
No, which is the number one thing.
I was getting ready to say.
And Monty said something to me on Friday. He said, nobody in the Republican Party wants to talk about affordability. He goes, none of my colleagues do. Nobody does. Because it is the thing that matters. I mean, we're joking around. Somebody texts us, I have 8 kids and I'm trying to sell a couple of them, but there's no takers because they eat too much. Affordability is the number one thing.
That's what Charlie Hatcher said.
That's it. It is. There's nothing. If you can afford to live and you got some breathing room, all the other stuff, you can get around. You can get by. You'll figure it out. Because those things are coming anyways. But if you can't afford to live and you got the other things, money buys you peace of mind.
Take one of the kids, throw them into the DCS system, and then in 6 months we'll have a starvation issue with DCS.
And adopt them back.
Yeah.
See what they pay you for it. But affordability, that's just it. I want to know about affordability. Like, you're not going to do anything as governor. You don't have any. You can ask the police and, you can ask the highway patrol and everybody, hey, participate somewhat. I mean, I don't know what, you don't want them being Border Patrol. That's not who they are. Right. So, DA, that's not who they are. But if you have people in custody, make sure that those people who have orders to be removed, those people who are violent criminals, those people who shouldn't be here, that they're removed out of here. But that being said, you only can go so far as a governor because the feds, that's like one of the things they should do. But the only thing that matters is affordability.
Well, remember, Monty Fritz told us on your show, he said he wants to get rid of the grocery tax.
Yes.
Just completely.
Did he say what he wanted to replace it with?
He did not.
He did not.
Which I have a feeling he's not going to say by taxing corporations.
Yeah. Which also is, and nobody wants to tax corporations. But Ken, this is like, we're going to give them breaks to come here because they want to come here. And then they get all these breaks. And then what happens? Well, then you charge, Acme Feed and Seed $600,000 for.
Yeah, you raise everybody's property tax by 26%.
Yeah, out of nowhere. But he did say about property tax, and you weren't here for this, Bill. He wants it capped at whatever you paid for the house, that's your property tax. So They don't come back every 3 years ago.
You're not getting reassessments on it.
Yeah, that's what California did. It's Prop 13. It's the one thing the right and the left agree with, is they will. Whatever you bought the house, my mom paid like $280 for her house in like 86, and she still pays property tax on 280. If she was to pay property tax on her house and the value today, it's like 1.5 million.
She'd be out of there.
She'd be out of there. She couldn't afford it. She couldn't afford it. So
it just sounds fair to me.
Yeah.
What is the value
on
of
what you paid
oh, I'm
for
sorry.
your house?
Yeah, we don't do it with anything else, right?
What is the value of her house at this point?
1.5 million.
So that's after 40 years. And if they're, wait a minute, her house is worth that? They're going to tax her that much?
No, they would. If they were to tax her on that, she said I couldn't afford to live in my house.
Okay.
But she paid like $289 for it. So
imagine people on fixed incomes, man.
That's
who
the big thing right there.
They've been in their house for years. Then all of a sudden, an appraiser comes in and says, "Oh man, your house is worth double what it used to be." And here's your tax bill.
Here's your tax bill. Oh, you need to pay this or else.
Well, it makes me wonder how often people will get their own appraiser and come up that appraiser comes up with an entirely different number. Is there any recourse for them to have if it's a lower number, to have that lower number?
They give you a number to call and they tell you have to go through this thing, but nobody's getting it. It's the city. They're not changing any of it.
Yeah, but if I had to pay a percentage on 600,000 versus 1 million, I'd rather pay it on 600,000.
Yeah, but they give you a way to go and like almost arbitration to try to fight it. Like, here's the number you call and you got to go through this thing and they'll come out and maybe reassess it.
Oh, it's like when you hit a pothole and they want all this information from you.
Yeah, but I have yet to hear a bunch of people going, "Oh, it's working well."
By the way, speaking of potholes, boys.
Yeah.
Just one day after we were talking about it, they fixed those potholes over Harding Place.
Yes.
24 outbound on Harding Place. They fixed them. Because, those things, they were definitely land of the lost type potholes.
Oh, thank God. We need more of that, kids. More of that. Coming up, speaking of more of it, if we have time, we'll talk a little about Shark Week. Debuted last night. What's on tonight? We will discuss Shark Week. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. In the world of investing, you need somebody who's going to be looking out for you in a way where they're not going to stick you in just a bunch of funds and, just ride this wave because the bulls will never, ever go away. You need somebody who's looking at things in a much different way, especially at a time when there's some definitely uncertainty geopolitically. You've got AI. Is the bubble going to burst at some point in time just because it's unsustainable, the amount of money they're spending? There's so many things to look at. That's my friends at Bulwark Capital. Bulwark Capital wants to give you absolutely free. I'm telling you guys, if the worst case scenarios, you go through it, went through it with my family and the stuff that we had, they're going to show you all the stuff that came before them. Now that I work with them. But where I was just in stuff I shouldn't have been and that I wasn't growing at a pace that I need to, if you want to talk about retirement. And some stuff you're over leveraged and you shouldn't be in. You just don't know it. But it's always good to get a second opinion. And Bulwark would like to do that for you. Absolutely free. It's called a Know Your Risk Portfolio Review. You can get it today by going to knowyourriskpodcast.com, KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com. Sign up for it. They're going to show you what they're about: lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. What can they do to get you the most upside when it comes to your investments and retirement? It is the Know Your Risk Portfolio Review from our friends at Bulwark Capital Management.
Investment advisory services offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Trek 26112.
The American Red Cross declares a national blood crisis. A growing foodborne illness outbreak tied to contaminated lettuce is expanding. Plus, Americans are changing the way they shop after years of rising food prices. These stories and more coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Speaking at 2 o'clock, my God, we talked all the way through that last segment. Coming up in hour number 3, we are going to get to a little bit more on Iran. I got some of your text message about the chaos and the craziness as the governor's race. But some of you are chiming in about being on fixed incomes and the struggles with the property taxes that you're getting hit with because you can't go and make money. So you're fixed, and you're fixed right now in a little bit of, shall we say, hell. So we'll talk a bit about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Menso, Super Talk 99.7.
2 o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. We're under a heat advisory for feels like temperatures that could reach up to 110 degrees in some parts of Middle Tennessee today and tomorrow. Looks like some relief coming the back end of the week. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Well, the American Red Cross is making an urgent appeal for blood donors after declaring a national blood crisis. Donations have fallen sharply this summer while hospitals continue to rely on life-saving transfusions for trauma patients. That always goes up in the summer. A lot of people traveling, getting into crashes and that sort of thing. There's always cancer treatments and surgeries. The organization says weather-related challenges and seasonal illnesses have kept many donors away. Blood donations of all types are needed immediately, with type O blood in particularly short supply. President Trump is holding off on military action against Iran for now. According to ABC News, concerns about shrinking stockpiles of Patriot missile defense systems helped influence the decision to delay any strikes. In an interview with Axios, Trump said he would consider renewed military action if negotiations with Iran break down. He also signaled limited patience for diplomacy, saying talks must produce results fast. Temporary protected status for more than 300,000 Haitians is scheduled to expire today under a court-ordered deadline. That's along with protections for thousands of Syrians. U.S. Supreme Court last month allowed the Trump administration to move forward with ending the program. Advocates warned that losing Haitian workers, many of whom serve as caregivers, could create labor shortages in some communities. Meanwhile, a source says Immigration and Customs Enforcement is increasing operations aimed at Haitian TPS holders in the coming days. And the CDC is expanding its investigation into the major cyclosporiasis outbreak connected to explosive diarrhea from eating contaminated lettuce. 4 additional states, Illinois, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania, now linked to the outbreak involving shredded iceberg lettuce from Taylor Farms. About 2,000 people across 9 states were sickened after consuming the lettuce at Taco Bell restaurants. Officials say the nationwide total of reported and suspected cases is approaching 12,000. Meanwhile, Americans are buying less at the grocery store. Researchers with Bain & Company and Nielsen IQ say shoppers are cutting back after grocery prices surged 33% over the past 6 years. While food inflation peaked in 2022, prices have largely stayed elevated. Economists call it the rocket and feathers effect, where prices shoot up fast but drift lower only gradually. And a debate once limited to science fiction is now making its way to D.C. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman will meet with the Trump administration this week to present the company's most powerful AI model yet and seek federal approval. Supporters say the technology can tackle highly complex problems and boost productivity across government and industry. Critics warn that AI systems capable of acting more independently could create new safety risks. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Happy greatest day of the week, Monday, baby.
Monday is finally here, boys, and just 6.5 more days to the next one.
That's good, man. Bell's been, Bell came in today and he was dragging a little bit because I think the not being here last Monday really bummed him out, and it just kind of, then he went into a coma.
I was dragging a lot.
And now, dude is bouncing. He's like, Monday, 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 Monday. He just wants more Monday. I love it.
Yeah.
No, actually, I took drugs.
So much for our fun time that we're giving you there.
Brother Bilal, this is just like McDowell's. If you're going to work here, you're going to have to stay off the drugs.
All right, a double cheeseburger is more important to me than my drugs.
McDowell's. They're McDonald's. We're McDowell's. They sell the Big Mac. We sell the Big Mick.
We're Kennedy Fried Chicken.
It's so funny. McDowell's.
This week, I'm on fries.
That's so true. McDowell's. Yeah, you can have to stay off the drugs again, Bell. Just for all of us. Just do it. Have you seen the TV show Tires?
Yeah, with Gillis.
Yeah. First of all, they just had the trailer for the third season, and they were talking about why tires go bad. And they say, well, a lot of times because people hit the curbs. He goes, I'm sorry about telling the truth, ladies. Right. But there's a guy in there that's on cocaine, and they're like, are you on cocaine? Dude, you really got to get off of it. And he goes, first of all, no. And I'm like, Bell's not on cocaine. He's on life. He's high.
I would be a little more amiable to an intervention than no.
No.
What channel's Tires on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
It is so funny. Shane Gillis just proves his worth as a comedian in that show.
It is
he just kills.
It's so wrong, and yet it's so funny.
So it's politically incorrect.
Oh, it's so incorrect. They even bring an HR person in for a politically, to teach you HR because they own this place. And it just goes wrong. Just the worst stuff that you could think of.
Nothing could be as bad as The Office whenever they whatever they were putting their identifiers on sticky notes on their foreheads. Oh my gosh.
I think you will find that this is
just like that.
It is brutal.
No, it's worse.
It's way worse. It's so cringy. It's hilarious. It is.
All right, I'll have to check that out.
You will love it. We're still at kerfuffling. Just to let you guys know. I want you to listen to this, okay? This is a person, we'll call him Lindsey Graham, warmonger, no longer with us. I want you to listen how excited he was talking about when we attacked Iran. There's a video, and he is so excited about this.
Has been knocked out now. Their missile count is going way down. No. Amazingly, they're hitting countries that
Look what we've done here. I know. I almost cried.
Yeah.
I mean, how long have we been pushing this?
Well, I mean, you've been pushing this for years, right?
Right. It's here. I talked to Trump this morning.
It's literally.
Oh, he's jacked.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever done. He loves blowing stuff up. So, there are a lot of people inside didn't want to do it. So I've had my challenges. But President Trump, when he gets into the zone, he listens, he asks good questions, no tweeting. He has done he hadn't tweeted much at all, no drama. He's been a great wartime president. I said last night that Trump and Bibi are like Roosevelt and Churchill. I mean, they're the right two guys to confront this evil.
Oh, for God's sakes. I've been trying to do this for years.
I was asking you before who the little birdie in his ear was. I think he was at least one of them.
Yeah. I've been trying to do this for years, to attack Iran. Well, we've attacked Iran, and how's it going? Are they screwed? Do they have nothing left? Are they beaten down? Are they crushed? No, they're still going. This is Shane Smith. He's an investigative reporter. He was over in Iran, came back, took some video, talked to people about, how crushed are they?
80% of the people have either relatives in London or in LA, like in the big Persian communities. Very well informed. Tehran is actually a sort of cosmopolitan city.
What did the economic situation look like?
It's nuanced. We've had these crippling sanctions. The first thing you notice is there's traffic jams everywhere, which means everyone has a car, everyone has gas. We're not crippling anything. Store is full.
We hear about sanctions. The sanctions have been going on for decades, crippled economy. And I come here and it's like all the stores are filled, all the people are shopping. America is bombing Iran. And everyone's like, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. You're good? Doesn't seem to be that crippling.
The Revolutionary Guards are like the mafia. They're the import-export engine, so they're just getting more powerful. They all have guns. They have all the guns. If there's regime change, they're either going to jail or getting strung up. So are they going anywhere? No. And they're making oodles of money. By the way, you go around Tehran, they're building brand new skyscrapers everywhere. And I'm like, whoa, who's moving into those? We're not crippling anybody. They trade with China. They trade with Russia. Fine. They can go on forever. If we think that our crippling sanctions are crippling in any way, we're wrong.
And that right there is the thing that we've talked about. They had to be self-sufficient even before this war started. Know how crippling the sanctions have been on it. They've had to be as self-sufficient. They've built their own car. They've got their own version of Ford and Toyota and Nissan and all that. They've had to do that. The issue, now we know that Russia's probably helping them. We know China's helping them. And they're just muddling along as we blow stuff up, and we're running out of the good stuff, not the offensive stuff. We got plenty of offensive stuff. It's the stuff to shoot down stuff. And as Bell said, it's also getting expensive. Here comes a drone with a lot of explosives. That costs $50,000. I guess we'll shoot $5 million at it. And they've closed the straits. They've figured out we don't need a nuke. We've got a nuke. It's a financial nuke. We'll just close the straits. Which causes us to have more, painful stuff in our pocketbooks. Oh, God. And like Ken said, we're changing the way that we grocery shop. I shop like a single dude who has no friends. And I don't get vegetables and fruits because of the fear of getting
because you're a grown adult and you don't have to.
I don't have to. And the fact that I'm terrified that I'm going to get explosive diarrhea.
Dude, yesterday at the grocery store, Jennifer and I spent nearly $70 on items that were not even, that they were ingredients for meals.
How many items was it?
I can't remember the number, but maybe 10? 3 or 4 sack loads.
Oh.
So it wasn't a ton.
Wasn't a ton. Yeah. It was $70. It's getting ridiculous.
It is. And that's going to get more and more. And like you said, I know the rocket feather. If you guys don't know the rocket feather, same thing with the oil industry, the gas prices goes up like a rocket, comes down like a feather because people purchase something today. They pay $100, right, for something. And then tomorrow it drops down. And it's only worth $60. Well, here's the issue. I paid $100 for this. I'm not going to lose any money on it. So you're going to pay $100 to get this. Tomorrow, if you want to come back and I bought the $60, I could sell it to you cheaper. But this one cost $100. It doesn't seem to be happening in the world of groceries.
No, it's not.
It's gone up like a rocket, and it's hovering like a helicopter.
Yeah, I don't think it's even coming, like you said. I think you're right. I think it's hovering like it's gone up, and it's staying up.
So, yeah, I think so. I think so as well. I mean, and what's the number one issue? It's always going to be affordability. Unless everybody's wealthy or none of us work because AI's taking everybody's job, it's going to be affordability. And not only is inflation still there and it's pesky and it's not going anywhere, it's also a situation where we've had not just the horrible situation with what's going on with the cyclosporiasis or whatever the hell it's called.
EBM.
EBM. If it's in the game, it's in the game. But then you've got the screw worm that's caused price of beef to rise even higher.
Yep.
You've had all of these things, just little things here and there that have made it so everything's so damn expensive now. And it just feels like every time you turn around, I get these little energy drinks. They're like $3 now for one.
What were they before?
$2.19. They're like $2.
Holy crap.
Yeah. They've gone up. Big
I'd
time.
say so.
It's
almost, what is that, 40 42%.
It's about 30% right there. So, but that's over a short period of time. Every time you turn around, something's gone up. And like you say, Ken, you go to the store and you're seeing people make choices. And when you're walking around, they're like, yeah, normally I'd get this, but we're just going to get, not today, honey. Not today.
Normally I'd buy 5, but now I'm only going to buy 2.
Yeah. Or normally I would just, I wouldn't even think about it. Now I'm thinking, do I need that?
I saw a little kid who was getting mad at his mother. I guess I assume it was the mother because he wanted a certain cereal.
Yeah.
And she literally, they didn't understand it, but she looked at him and said, honey, we can't afford that right now. And he's like, what do you mean we can't afford it right now? You bought it for me 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Because kids don't understand, budgeting.
No. When you're a kid, you don't get it, right?
Yeah, you don't get it at all.
You don't get it. You don't understand the concept of money, or maybe you see your friends with stuff and you want it. You think that anybody should be able to get it.
Yeah.
And
if your parents have gotten it for you before, trying to explain it to you why you are not getting it now is almost a fool's errand.
Oh, the expense of everything. $7.23 a pound for ground beef.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed at the grocery store is there is plenty of beef available.
Yeah. Because people can't afford it.
I used to be able to go into Kroger's and get a ribeye for about $15. Now it's $19, $20.
That's just,
and I think that's cheaper than most places.
It is. It is. It is. Somebody just said the same thing you did. Went to the grocery store. 2 grocery sacks milk at Kroger cost me $60.
Yeah.
Yeah. Single ribeye, somebody said, was over 30.
Yeah.
She must have got a thick cut.
One
of those tomahawks that are $70.
Well, still, that's $30.
Yeah.
There was something today. The Trump administration is going to allow beef from Mexico back into the market.
Yeah, because the screwworm already got in here. So they said, screw it. It's already here.
Can't say screw the screwworm.
Screw the screwworm. Screw the screwworm.
The screwworm's already here. Let's take everybody else's beef.
Let's do it. We need it. Last night, my wife paid $8 a pound for 80/20 ground beef, not the premium stuff. The stuff made in the tube. Man. So.
Yeah, screwworm's been detected in 42 animals in 15 Texas counties.
Good God.
You don't want that screwworm, just like you don't want that cyclospora.
You don't want that going on. You don't. I want to do my show from the bathroom.
You'd do well. You'd be all right.
It'd be interesting. Thoughts with Chad. Oh. Speaking of that, I got some new thoughts. Ken, do you love the guy with the awesome thoughts that I sent you?
Yes.
Is he just the greatest guy in the world? He's insane.
And it's uplifting.
It is all
uplifting.
In a kind of weird, meandering way.
Yes.
In fact, we've got some
Gary Busey kind of way.
In the Gary Busey, but you're better than Gary. But at the same time, I feel like there's been some days in your life where maybe, just maybe, you have dabbled in some pharmaceutical-like stuff.
He might have made some errant decisions.
I was watching Gunsmoke last week, and Gary Busey and Nick Nolte were both in episodes that I saw.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You'd be surprised how many people were on there. That's what I love. I saw was Jodie Foster on there? Sid Haig.
Gunsmoke?
Yeah. Sid Haig.
Yeah, she was when she was pretty much a kid, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
she's a kid. Yeah. Sid Haig, the great horror actor, was in it. I've seen, of course, Charles Bronson.
Yep.
You name it. They've all been in it. You know who wasn't in it? Us. We need to bring it back so we can be back in it. And you could say, I don't know about this, fellas.
Did you know Jack Nicholson was in
sure about this.
Andy Griffith?
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Little stuff you guys didn't know, but now you do.
Later in the series when it was in color.
How old was he? He couldn't have been that old.
Oh, God. I would say early to maybe mid-20s.
Maybe mid-20s. Probably early 20s.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Coming
Coming up.
around Easy Rider time when he did Easy Rider.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's a guy. Just like that guy was probably Easy Rider. Because I got a new one today of our words of wisdom for doing things.
Awesome.
And he, once again, rocks it out. We'll do that straight ahead because Bell's not heard the words of wisdom guy, and he brings his words of wisdom. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Bench on Super Talk 99.7. Incogni, you want to make sure you are protected when it comes to, yes, your information. So your information, data brokers get it all the time. They sell it to anybody who wants to buy it. Criminals, scammers, you name it, doesn't matter. Your home address, your cell phone number, email address, age, family information, just a few of the details, including the medicine you take, your doctor, et cetera, et cetera. Now, anybody can buy this. The data brokers have to let you off it. They make it so hard that you just quit. Not with Incogni. They go in and they make sure you're off the list. They've gotten me off hundreds. They can do the same for you. They're amazing. Incogni fights back. They're working for me. I know they'll work for you as well. So if you're sick and tired of not knowing where your data is, get your data under control. Do it with Incogni today for like as little as $7 a month. This is what I want you to do. Sign up for it. Protect your information, because if they can't find your info, hard to scam you. No doubt about that. Go to incogni.com/Benson, incogni.com/Benson. That promo code Benson saves you 60% when you sign up. That's incogni.com/Benson, code Benson. All right, guys. Wellness Institute in Nashville's got something for you right now. $33 off each visit. Dr. Mitchell, amazing. He's my doctor. He should be yours. Epic Spinal Special. You got issues with your spine, and it's serious enough to the point where you're thinking, I'd have to do something. Don't. Go see Dr. Mitchell first. He's going to tell you if you really need surgery. But if you're worried about surgery, no. You're worried about injections? They don't do injections. You're worried about painkillers? No. Dr. Mitchell's going to take care of it. First and foremost, with his mind, because he knows so much. Secondly, with the innovation. Things like the futuristic healing machine, massage your body. You got the infrared lights going on as well. It's going to add stem cell stimulation for tissue regeneration. It is incredible what he has available. And the HydroWave machine, just to name a few. So save $33 off each visit. Visit painisbad.com, painisbad.com, or call 615-246-5009, 246-5009 for the Wellness Institute of Nashville.
Dangerous heat settling into Middle Tennessee. The Red Cross declares a national blood crisis. And after admitting to the murders of 4 University of Idaho students and accepting 4 life sentences, Brian Kohberger now trying to take it all back. These stories and more coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
We're going to start going to this guy every day for a little inspiration. Bell, you're not as inspirational as this guy here.
You don't got to do it all at once. In fact, you can't do it all at once. In fact, all you really can do is just one thing at a time. So you just got to pick one thing you want to do and just do that thing, and then you'll amaze yourself because you go, wow, I did that thing, and you go, wow. Probably go on and do something else. The next thing you know, you're doing something else, and then collectively you end up doing a bunch of stuff you didn't know you were going to do or could do, and then while you're doing it, you're going, hey, I'm pretty good at doing this stuff, and then you just keep doing it. Pretty soon you accomplish a whole bunch of stuff. So just pick one crazy, ridiculously stupid thing you've been putting off and just do it, and then you'll amaze yourself. Okay. Have a super freaking awesome day doing that one thing and stuff. Okay, bye.
That was me.
You know what, Bell, when you see this guy, his name's Ronald, you think he's a little bit like Rick because he looks like him. His hair's crazy. But if you got to do some stuff, he's right. Got to do some freaking off and stuff. You got to do it. The next thing you know, you're doing some other stuff. Then you find out you're pretty good at that stuff. So keep doing that stuff.
Yeah, just try to do one super awesome thing. And then once you've done that one super awesome thing, you've done a super awesome thing, and you can move on to something else that's super awesome.
Oh, Lord. I love
that dude.
I love. So somebody says, 4460 says, sounds like Ken on Goomies.
Looks like Ken on Goomies.
Except for the hair.
Except for the hair, yeah.
The guy's hair is spectacular. Dude, his hair is all over the place. Bell's like this big. You know, I said he looks like, if we were to flash forward from Taxi, it's Jim Ignatowski from
Yes.
Taxi, but like as a 70-year-old.
Yes.
I don't know, Alex. He was so awesome. Just keep doing stuff, guys. A lot of you chiming in about the cost of groceries. So,
yeah, but that's not a really big issue, though, man.
No, it's not. You know what it is? It's making sure I'm keeping the trans out of the bathrooms and I'm fighting China.
Going to prevent them from buying land they already can't buy.
If a trans Chinese person comes here and wants to buy land next to your daughter's bathroom, that's a no. Marsha Blackbird fighting trans Chinese people who want to buy a bathroom acreage. I don't what?
Marsha Blackburn, a fortune cookie on every plate.
That was so awesome. Oh my God, that is insane. Just crazy. I gotta.
What are we calling that guy?
What guy?
The awesome guy.
He's our words of wisdom guy.
Okay.
Yeah, words of wisdom.
Mr. Words of Wisdom. If you want to do awesome stuff, do some awesome stuff. And then sometimes you find out you got to do some other stuff. And then you start doing that other stuff and realize, hey, I'm pretty good at this stuff, so I'm going to keep doing this stuff. So keep doing it. You got it. That guy's awesome. Sounds like Boomhauser giving great advice. He died. That was so weird when he died.
Oh, yeah, Boomhauer.
Yeah, that guy that played Boomhauer died.
Dango.
www.
I heard an interview with the woman that does Bobby's voice.
Yes.
And for some reason, I'm thinking that she's doing Boomhauers now, too.
Is she?
I might be wrong, but for some reason, that strikes a chord from an
Because, it's back.
Yeah.
And
my daughter loves that series.
Yeah, they're out doing press right now.
And they're I just saw the commercial where Bobby's in bed with a girl. Which is hilarious.
Everybody's shocked by.
Yeah. That was is it Boomhauer?
That's old Boomhauer.
It's his wife, right?
I'm not sure.
The hot wife that's always with the Indian guy?
No, that's is that Boomhauer's wife?
Yeah. Wasn't that Boomhauer's wife?
Well, I thought Boomhauer is the one that talked real fast.
Yeah. Or mumbles.
Talk like this, dango card.
Whoever Chief Redcorn or whatever his name is.
You're talking about the guy with the sunglasses and the hat.
Yeah, Dale. Dale,
yes.
that's
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
Dale. So, oh my Lord, some people here. That's
I
guy's
like
Dale.
the name of their dog, Ladybird.
Ladybird. That's right. Ladybird. Oh, Dale died. Was it Dale that died?
Yeah, it's
one
the
of
voice
them died.
Dale. Yeah,
in
the
a
voice
weird way too. It was kind of an odd.
Well, if Rick and Morty have proved anything to us, you can replace a voice actor.
Dude, I've been watching the new ones. They're amazing. They are. The
You
writing
can't
is-
even tell the difference in the voices.
You can't
At all.
It's they've got it down now, much better. All right, coming up, a lot of stuff still to get to. Some local stuff as well. We know Mitch is alive. Plus, we'll talk a bit about it's spreading nationwide. We'll discuss
EBM.
That's like EA Sports, but with EBM.
Electronic dance music.
EB. If it's in the lettuce, it's in the lettuce. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Expect a typical late July weather pattern across Middle Tennessee this week. We're going to be really hot today, really hot tomorrow. We could see heat index values above 110 degrees in some locations. Let me check where we're at right now at Nashville International Airport. Sitting at 91 degrees, the real feel at BNA. Then the heat index is 95. So it's certainly not chilly out there. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. The American Red Cross making an urgent appeal for Americans to give blood. They've declared a national blood crisis. They say donations have fallen sharply this summer while hospitals continue to rely on life-saving transfusions for trauma patients, cancer treatments, and surgeries. The organization says weather-related challenges like the extreme heat and seasonal illnesses have kept many donors away. In Idaho, Brian Kohberger is challenging his guilty plea in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students. Kohberger filed a petition for post-conviction relief in Idaho court today. He pleaded guilty last year and received 4 consecutive life sentences to avoid a trial. Kohberger now claims he is innocent, says his confession was influenced by false promises and misinformation. And cases of the foodborne illness cyclosporiasis, that parasite giving you explosive diarrhea, continue to rise across the country. The CDC says contaminated shredded iceberg lettuce sourced by Taylor Farms has now been linked to outbreaks in 9 states, including 4 newly identified states, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma, Kansas, and 1 other. Nearly 2,000 illnesses were reported among customers who ate affected products at Taco Bell before the chain removed them from menus. Health officials say nearly 12,000 potential infections have been detected nationwide. The only recalled store product so far is Walmart market-side iceberg lettuce, which is no longer being sold. And experts say if you're concerned about exposure, you may want to opt for cooked vegetables. And if you're out to eat, ask the restaurant about the source of its lettuce. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Beacon Capital is here to make sure that you're taken care of when it comes to things like what's going on in the world of taxes. With us being in massive debt, a lot of people out there are worried, hey, you know what? What's going to happen in the future? How can I avoid if the government has to raise all kinds of taxes? And with the government spending the way it is, there's a simple thing you need to do. Call Beacon Capital Management today. All right, I encourage you to talk to them. They can help retirees, pre-retirees develop a forward-looking tax strategy designed to help create a greater tax efficiency through retirement. On top of that, they want to make sure that you don't outlive your retirement. So they've got a retirement-ready toolkit. They're going to send it out to you. It's not going to cost you anything. And it's got a Money Enough for Life book, a retirement planning checklist, and a guide for maximizing your retirement income. They can help you with so many things at Beacon. So call Beacon today. They're local. They're amazing. No cost, no obligation, no pressure whatsoever. Pick up the phone, 615-488-9303, 615-488-9303, or online at AskBeaconNow.com for Beacon Capital Management. Relief Factor. Are you sick and tired of being in pain? I know I am. Guys, listen to my show for a long time. Chris, he decided to take it because he was at a point where aches and pains in his legs and feet were so bad from the inflammation. They didn't know what to do. Started taking Relief Factor, felt great, then did something crazy. He ran a half marathon. Don't do that. I'm kidding. If you want to do that, great. But he said if it wasn't for Relief Factor, he wouldn't be able to do the things he enjoys. It fights inflammation from the inside out. It works. I take it every single day. It works for me. And I'm pushing myself more and more than I have in a long time. And I'm, thinking I'm going to really start to feel it. But guess what? I wake up every single day, feel amazing thanks to Relief Factor. Third-party tested for purity and potency. If you're sick and tired of having those pains in your joints and your muscles because of inflammation, try Relief Factor. $17.76, 3-week quick start. You can get it by going to relieffactor.com today. That's relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF for Relief Factor. Yeah. I got my favorite text of the day. You guys ready for this? F off. That's all it said.
Didn't say libtard or anything?
Nope, just said F off. Because I was talking about Lindsey Graham and the fact that we haven't destroyed Iran the way that we would think we would destroy Iran, and because they kind of control everything right now. I got an F off.
The truth is not for everyone.
It is not. It is not for the faint of heart. By the way, Shark Week started last night. I saw some Shark Week. I'm going to go and finish it. Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. I love Shark Week. I got my shark shirt on. I don't know why. Look, here's the thing. I just like, why do we watch Shark Week? Let's be honest.
Because we're hoping we get to see somebody get eaten.
Bam! Thank you.
We want to see that little Kittner boy spilled out all over the dock.
We want to see him spill out all over the dock, is what you're saying.
We want to watch a lady with 2 hands end up with 9 because she wanted a selfie.
We watch it for that. And I know they've expanded, and it's good to learn about some of the sharks that you don't know about, like the Greenland shark and some of these other things. That being said, you don't need to throw K-pop stars in there. All right?
What?
Yeah, K-pop shark heroes. Last night, though, here they had 2. They had Invasion of the Mega Shark and Air Jaws Red and White Breach. Tonight, okay, Bull Shark Dinner Bell, House of Sharks, and the biggest Mako on Earth, which is cool.
Mako sharks, they're the fast ones.
They're the fast ones, yeah. They're the cheetahs of the ocean. So those are the ones. They do have Thursday night is the Great White Shark night where they have what shark attacked, but they're everywhere. I'm telling you guys, they've got the biggest male in recorded history that is off the coast of Cape Cod. He's actually looking for that little Kittner boy.
He's trying to bribe sailors to give him some clues.
Yeah. Did you guys ever read the story of the lady who played the mom and the boy? She went into a sandwich shop years later, and it was like had a Jaws theme, and one of them was like a Kittner sandwich.
Oh my God.
And she ordered it, and she said, I was in the movie, I played his mom. In the back, he hears it. He owned the shop, and he comes out, and they hadn't seen each other since the movie.
Did she recognize him?
She knew exactly, but isn't that crazy?
She didn't need to be introduced. She knew who he was.
Yeah, she knew who she was. You want to know why? Because it was her son that got eaten, along with Whippet. Remember poor Whippet the dog? Whippet!
Too bad. So it's good for going in the ocean. The ocean is not for everyone, and apparently you should not have been swimming so close to a shark.
So the Long Beach State has been doing a lot of this stuff, and they're on some of these things. They have talked about all the great whites off the coast of Southern California, now some of them over up north. And the reality of how close they're getting, they were even shocked by. And they were showing a bunch of people swimming. They have no idea how close. We talked about that one last week. They showed a bunch of people, Ken, just a bunch of just regular old like kids and stuff swimming. There's like a 9-foot shark just cruising by.
Yeah, and they have no idea.
No idea. And they said that they're when the water is so clear, it's what we've talked about. When the water is so clear, They investigate the noise and then get there and go, yeah, you're not what I want. Yeah, I want a fat seal. You're not a fat seal. You're a goofy bipedal weirdo.
Now, if the water was murkier, I would mistake you for a fat seal and eat you.
Yes.
But fortunately for you, I can see you clearly.
Yeah. And that's the thing that is, that's why they tell you not to swim at dusk and not to swim at dawn. Because that is when it is hardest to see, and that is when a lot of the attacks happen. Not just here, but globally. And we had an attack yesterday, I think, was it Florida? Florida always has an attack. Something's always going down in Florida.
Yeah, that girl who went skinny dipping in Jaws, she picked the wrong time.
Yeah, she went out at night. Didn't work. Got out.
Well, and she was drinking and smoking pot.
That's right. That's a metaphor right there. Just like the movies where the guys go, who always survives in the movies?
She ran into a biological wood chipper.
Yes, she did. It was nature's wood chipper, and it chipped the hell out of her. Oh, lordy, lordy. So tonight, if you have a chance, check it out. I do love that stuff. That stuff is it's fascinating to watch people get in and swim with these sharks. And I don't know if I'd go in a cage, I'd have no problem. I don't know if I get out of a cage. The water would have to be so clear. And I'm not doing it with a bull shark. No way. No way. Because they are such Richards. They're not orca Richards, but they're Richards.
Yeah, they're so much more predictable than most other sharks. Have you seen that footage of the guy standing in like it was about calf deep water, being interviewed?
Oh, and that thing bit his leg?
And the bull shark just comes up and goes, I'll have some.
And you know what's scary is when they pull him out, you don't realize, you think it's a bite. His calf is gone. There's nothing left of his calf.
Yeah, but since he was so close to the shore and they had so many people around him, help was there within minutes. Otherwise, he would have easily bled out.
Yeah. And, Ken, we were talking on Friday about the Richardness of orcas, which is interesting. So orcas, we were talking about last week, the reason Tillamook was the one who killed at SeaWorld and his babies ended up also killing and attacking several of the trainers is because Tillamook was taken out of the wild so young that they believe what happens is the reason that killer whales don't is because they pass on knowledge, and the knowledge is these people, don't mess with them. They're nothing to you. You don't need to eat them. And so leave them alone. And he didn't get that same knowledge.
Right. Yeah, I've seen documentaries where killer whales, like a female from the pod, will actually take the juveniles and teach them how to hunt.
Yes. Yeah.
They're incredibly intelligent.
And what to hunt.
And what to hunt, yes.
And we're not on the menu. For whatever reason. Because we don't know. Maybe we do taste good to them.
Actually, most orca subspecies have different things that they hunt. Like one pod could hunt seals. Another one could hunt salmon. Another one hunts, stingrays.
Yeah.
They don't all eat anything. They don't eat just anything. And most of them have a specified food that they hunt.
Which is crazy. But, that's how smart they are. They're so ridiculously smart. Nature is always, it messes you up, but it's so fascinating. It is. I'm always fascinated by nature. Like even here, I'm fascinated by nature. I'm fascinated by like the raccoons, how they're changing their face. They're becoming fluffier. They're trying to domesticate themselves because they know inside, free food, people will be nice to me. I don't have to worry about anything.
Plus, I have a pseudo thumb, and if they don't give me food, I know how to open
how to open stuff, right? That's awesome. I love that stuff. We need more of that. Cats. As much as my cat drives me crazy, although I did buy my cowboy hat, so it looks pretty cool. Hold on here. No response. Been listening to you guys for 20 years. Never get a response. Hello, sir. Hello. How are you today? There you go. 20 years. I just broke it.
Go out and do something. Go out and do something great.
Yeah. Oh, people want to know that guy's name. His name is Ronald Norman.
Ronald Norman. Yes.
Ronald Norman. He is our wisdom guy.
Oh, okay.
So his name is Ronald Norman, and you could buy a shirt that says "Go be freaking awesome."
Yes.
You think that guy? He's living his life. God only knows. Because when you see pictures of him, he's always out in the desert somewhere, right? So you're figuring, okay. And then he's got this following now, and you'd have thought that 20 years ago, if you told him, "Hey, don't worry, man, your life is going to be amazing in a few years because people are going to love your craziness, and you're going to be able to sell T-shirts and make a living." How crazy would that have been? That's just insane to
Never
think.
would have even you would never even think it.
No, never even think it. You find these people who are late in life, a lot of them, who have followings, and next thing you know, they're making a living off their wisdom or their weirdness. We should get Bell to be weird, or should we say we should get Bell to be normal, but do it on camera?
Yeah, let's say I've heard the exact opposite from most people. They usually want me to stop being weird.
No, I like it. Next Thursday, Ken, we're going to be out of Hot Springs.
Yes, sir.
Bell,
One of my
you have to
favorite
go.
watering holes.
We've decided you have to go.
I can't go. I got to be here to run the show.
We talked to 3 people.
What are you talking about? Who'd you talk to?
People.
No,
the people. Yeah, we talked
our best people.
The best.
Those people haven't talked to me.
Our best people. And so you have to.
I will not be in attendance.
You have to. Why do you always see? Here's the thing. For you guys to know, Bell always, because I don't want to go, because I'm. You have to go.
Shut up.
And we've got Ryan. He can show up. He's all that, and he can show up and do stuff.
He's filling in for Jackson, who's going.
Well, then you can go.
I can't go. I'm not allowed.
He could fill in for you and Jackson.
There's certain long-term punishments that I've suffered under this regime, and I have to pay my due for the things I did wrong.
You're going.
And I'm not allowed to go.
Yeah, he's going, guys. He's going. We're going to be coming out there, see the headless one. Coming up, Matt is here, and we will do the crossover as we finish up on this beautiful Monday, Ken. It's Monday, baby.
Yes, sir. Only 6.5 more days till the next one.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing to say. Chad Pence Show, Super Talk 99.7.
What's going on, John? I'm doing okay. I stayed home today because we had a guy come out yesterday, air conditioner, condenser pan filled with water and shut.
nice and clean. Monday. No Ken Weaver.
It's a Monday, baby. 6.5 days to the next Monday. Excitement. Matt's in the house. What's up, man?
Hello.
How are you on this fine Monday?
Oh, is this for me? Did you leave this for me?
Yeah, that's for Marcia. It's to make sure that Chinese trans people don't buy farming land next to bathrooms that girls may go in.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Well,
in her next
fortune
commercial,
cookie
she's going to beat up a pinata, then she's going to throw a pizza.
Are you new to politics? Right? You new to politics?
I am new to politics.
Okay, you new? Okay, yeah.
So
it kind of happens every time politics happens.
Yeah, that one was a little bit like, that made no sense, but whatever, we're having fun. How you doing, man? How's your weekend?
It was good. I had a good time. I enjoyed the weekend. Had an event yesterday where I got a chance to meet Nick Shirley, who's supposed to be on the show today or tomorrow. I'm not really sure when, but he was in town. And nice young man, good young fella. And if you're out and about and you're listening right now, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being out. It was fun. His is an interesting backstory as to how he fell into kind of what he's doing now with some of the TikTok and Instagram stuff he's doing, or I guess Twitter. I don't know what platform I guess YouTube is what he does. But
yeah, isn't it? I think it's TikTok is kind of where it took off from, like a lot of stuff nowadays.
I think he actually said it was YouTube.
Oh, really?
His was YouTube. That he because he had a YouTube page when he was 15 and he went on a mission trip. I think he's Mormon, so he went on a 2-year hiatus of social media. And when he came back is when he started doing some of the other videos. He told the story yesterday that he got started doing his YouTube. His biggest YouTube before he got back from his mission trip, he took it to Chile, was he did not tell, he was 16 years old and he flew to New York and didn't tell his parents and like documented the whole adventure and documented himself calling his parents from New York to tell them that he was in New York. It's freaking hilarious.
I bet they were thrilled.
Like probably not recommended, but it's pretty hilarious. What are y'all doing? What's going on?
Maddie, did you hear about my
Hey, who's that?
Bell?
Some guy.
Oh, hey Bell.
What's up? Did you hear about my tweet that blew up?
What tweet blew up, Bell?
Oh, yeah, you didn't hear about his tweet. Tell him about the tweet.
Tell me about it.
Some guy said he posted a meme that said you only hate communism due to CIA propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
And I responded by quote tweeting him. And I said, actually, I hate communism because I've had long conversations with people who lived under it.
Mm-hmm.
278,000 views, 20,000 likes, 927 reposts, 323 comments.
How'd that happen? Who are you talking to?
Some communist. Biggest tweet I've ever had.
Yeah.
When did hold on? I'm not that Bell K. That guy's a dude. Whoa, man!
I know
Bell,
that guy.
Bell,
that guy's the worst.
You got to watch your language on your Twitter handle.
Not so much.
I know. Can you believe he got that many people last week? 2 weeks ago, he was so excited about that. I even got a text this past week going, "It's at 292,000."
I'm looking for it here, Bell. I don't. That's pretty good. I feel like Bell's getting a lot of views. I feel like I'm being shadow banned.
It would not surprise me. You and Chad
I'm
both.
so shadow banned. It's ridiculous. I'll post something. I have 10,000 followers. I'm at the point now where I don't even care. I'll post something and then it'll say 28 views.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
I mean, I feel like if I got 20,000 followers or thereabouts, and I would feel like more than 14 people would see it.
I don't know what it's about.
You would think at least 10% would end up
right.
That's the way it should be. Yeah, but Bell is very active on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
You're pretty active too. I stopped being active because it just became so annoying.
It's like half of what I do on Twitter though is just retweet Matt.
Half of what you do is annoy what's his name, Robert Reich.
Well, that's part of it.
Yeah. He's a little itty tiny fellow.
He's but a little fellow.
He's a miniature fellow.
Yeah,
miniature communist.
But man, look at here it is.
Hey, look, Mom Donnie's got the communist grocery store. We're going to talk about this today.
The communist grocery store is
30%
coming on
off. Today. That's awesome. That's going to. I mean, look, socialism is incredible until you run out of other people's money, and when you run out of other people's money, then they start taking from the people that think that they deserve to get, not to give.
Yes.
And then that's when it goes to hell in a handbasket.
Well, you can have 5 communist grocery stores if all the rich people are still there and you're taxing them.
Right.
Yeah. It's tough if the rich people leave, and then you look around and go,
hey, where are we going to get the money to subsidize this thing that we've been subsidizing for the time that we've been subsidizing it, and we don't have any more money to do that? That's weird.
Yeah.
And as Matt said, the government still wants its money.
And the government's always going to want its money.
Always want its money.
They're never going to not want their money.
For all the product it produces.
I do find it interesting, and to your Marsha point, I do find it interesting that Marsha is touting bringing Doge to Tennessee now.
Yeah.
I just want to go over, look, I'm not blaming anybody for anything, but I'm just going to go year by year what the national debt was from the time she started in Congress to the time she's finished in Congress. I mean, and maybe she does a better job as an executive. I don't know.
Maybe you're part of the reason that we need a Doge. Remove some of that.
Kind of the way that I feel about it.
His name's Matt. He's here straight ahead. You guys have a good one. A little Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow. Later.